Oh, no minors on the panel.
Hey twin, hey
I
panel.
just
That's it.
saw what's up. I just saw
Twin.
somebody pop up into the invite and they went away, and I recognized that. Is that Ghost? Is Ghost in here?
Yeah.
Ghost, come on up. Don't be hiding.
You want to come on up and we can have that conversation, my guy?
Ghost, here's the thing with Ghost. Ghost is a consistent up. We got to keep doing surgery on him. We're halfway done with surgery. The operation is halfway done. We got him to flip on AI visual art. We're working on him with the AI music now. It took how many months for him to flip for AI visual arts? Probably 7 months or so?
Oh, damn.
Probably longer. But now we got to work on the music part. So it's going to take
I didn't
time.
know it was that long.
It's a long surgery.
Realistically, I don't even think he a op no more. He just can't let go of his feelings.
Okay.
Like we've narrowed him down. Like, yeah, the logic is solid there, but we're not considering his feelings, so he's not looking to sway there. But like, we've got him in every other point. Like, please, somebody, if it ain't Ghost, any op, if you think you have a legitimate argument, if you think your logic is rock solid, please come sharpen your iron against this cast of people here. Nobody fucks with Dr. Barry. She's a doctor in this field. Raven's music is on point. Breaker got more followers than all of us combined. Sorry, Inside, I don't know a whole lot about you, but also Inside is here. Like, bro, we killing it. If you wanted to have a conversation with like-minded people who could give you articulate conversations about the pros of AI art, this is your opportunity. If you really think that you have an ironclad argument on why we should stop, I'd love to hear it, and I'd respect it if you could. I just don't think you can.
There's someone in the chat, aside from Ghost, not the chat, who's viewing the room. And you know who you are. You know who you are. I've seen you come into this live. I recognize your name from the last time you tried to come up, and you wanted to choose the debate. You came on the panel, and apparently you thought you were going to own us. You kept sharing the live out with your folks, so that they could see you own us, but that never happened. Yes, Breaker, that's the name. You can come up now if you wish. Last time I invited you up, you didn't come up. Because you wanted a rematch, so to speak, and I said you can come on up, but you didn't, and I didn't want to let you up after that because I felt like you were playing with my time and wasting my time. But Phantom is here, and Phantom has energy, so if you want to have that conversation with him, you are more than welcome to hit the guest request button and have this conversation.
Yeah, I love that I'm just a pit bull. You keep on the lead to be like, all right, get him. I'm tired. I grow weary of this phantom attack.
Thank you, Sage, for the heart me. That's Dino at the top, y'all, if y'all didn't know. He came back on his other account.
Yeah, I just followed.
So you know who you are. Hit the guest request button down below if you want to join us. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. You're just gonna have to give me a sec. I'm gonna come up. Well, I'm already up. But,
did you hit the guest request button?
What's that?
Did you hit the guest request button?
No, somebody invited me. I accepted it.
All right. Well, come back and hit the guest request button. Come back when you're ready.
Why the picture? Like,
a butt or an elbow?
No, they did that on purpose.
I thought it was funny.
It's an elbow, but they did it, or a knee, but they did it on purpose to make it look like something provocative.
Yeah,
but that's the type of individual you guys are going to be talking to. So just heads up.
Come on, I've been waiting for the op since we got here. I got a Benjamin, I got a Pepsi. I'm chilling with Dr. Barry. I'm looking to eat some foods, please.
Yeah, they may need to change their picture because
I'll say I am very, in terms of TikTok, please don't be scared of anything I have to say. I'm slow. I can't wait to debate, and I'm slow.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to. So, okay, when you guys come up, just a heads up. I don't know if I should even give y'all a heads up, but How can I? I don't
Well,
know,
we
Breaker.
got to give him
What
the
should I
heads
tell
up
him?
just so we can keep the conversation productive.
What'd you say, Phantom?
We should give him the heads up just so we can stay productive.
Okay, do you want me to give you a heads up on what you're about to encounter with him? Or do you want to be surprised?
You know what? Like, I'm happy you can give me a surprise. Like, I'm good.
Okay.
Like, if
I do
everybody else
gardening,
has
guys,
already dealt
so
with
I'm
this
not as
guy, like,
sharp as I normally would be.
and honestly, yeah, like, don't even give me introductions. I want to give this person what's going at face value.
All right, I'll give you guys a fair shake. I'll give it a neutral state. Hopefully, he has changed up his response from the last time. I doubt he did. I know he sneaks into the live and listens every now and then and may comment. So maybe he changed his position. Like I said, I doubt it, but we'll see. I'll let him present his points to you all, and we'll go from there. So we're waiting. We are waiting for you. The floor is open for him when he is ready. So hit the guest request button. Yeah, Breaker, basically.
Look, homie, I don't even know who you are. I need you to understand how rare this is. Dr. Barry don't roll out the red carpet. The whole live has essentially stopped so that we can have a conversation with insert whoever you are here. So come on up, big dog.
If he runs again,
like here it is.
Phantom. If he runs again, he's getting blocked. Thank you, Diamond. Thank you for that. That was cute. That was a new one. John, what happened?
Oh.
Where did John go?
Come back.
Let me see.
I don't know.
He's trying to get an audience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We're waiting.
Go gather your troops so we can embarrass you in front of your friends and family with logic. That's fine. I don't know why you would work so hard to embarrass yourself like that, but please.
MNKX, I'm an uncreative piece of ish. What next? I'm still an artist, sir. I'm an uncreative piece of ish.
Look, Meeks. I don't even know who you are, my guy, but I'm sure I was creating things before you were born.
Instead of being in the comments, why don't you come on panel and tell us why?
Because they don't have an argument other than you're a lazy POS. That's all they've got.
Yep,
Yeah, that's it.
look, and I say this, and I started saying this on my lives as well. Anything you say, I am. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, thank you guys for the heartbeat.
Oh
Thank you,
no,
Kalia.
a donut.
Oh, who's the donut for?
I'm guessing she's just sending it for.
Okay. Let us know. So donuts mean you're kicking someone off the live. And money gun means you kick them out off the live.
Oh goddamn.
What's the money gun? Thank you.
Money gun.
Anyone wants to call me, I am. If you say I'm lazy, I'm lazy. If you say I'm GAY, I'm that as well. Let's talk about the prompt though.
Right.
Thank you, Holler, for the money gun. I appreciate it. That's okay. Great project. What in the? You know what? You were. I think you're pulling another move from last time, because he did this last time. I invited him up.
He came back in.
I invited him up, and he never came up, wasting our time. So I think at this point, if you don't come up, I should just block.
Yeah,
block you and move on.
Invite. Come on up.
I mean, I'm up. I said I need a sec because I'm using the bathroom.
It's been 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm still using the bathroom.
This is an example of what y'all. This is an example of what we dealing with here.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's get this man his countdown.
All right, we can't rush biological functions. However, we need.
I was gonna say, I'm like, let that man use the restroom.
Damn, why you got 5 minutes?
Who put the timer on him?
I did.
Holler, let us know if that donut is for someone specifically, or if it's just a gift.
So while we here and people have interesting timers up for interesting things, Chicago, I didn't see where I was supposed to go with that beacon thing you were talking about. So when you get a chance or the time, because I know you're a super busy man, if you could just DM me what I'm supposed to do or tell me what I'm supposed to do.
I need help with that too.
How about both?
Where y'all banned from beaconing?
Okay.
Look, y'all got John tired. Y'all working him.
Well,
Well, I haven't been by that much, and I haven't been asking for much.
I haven't been
Just
by that
sitting
much
by
either.
maybe.
I've been on live. I feel like I'm a TikTok employee. How much I've been on live? It's working,
Beacon is
but
just like a link, almost like a link tree. How do you get banned on that?
I
That's why
managed
I was
it.
going
They
in the
banned me for
bathroom.
no
Like,
reason.
damn.
that's why you can't be messing with anyone with the name
Yeah.
Breaker's Choice, PSP money train. Yeah, they're suspect.
Like, damn, bro. Do you feel okay? You still on the toilet?
I mean,
Potential argument got him nervous.
Hey, hey.
With,
You know,
with all
I
due
take
respect.
I take my time on the toilet. Leave that man alone. There's nothing wrong
I
with
mean,
making
yeah,
sure you
but
get
like,
it all
it's
out your
because you be
system.
scrolling on TikTok. He not scrolling on TikTok because he right here. So he just staring at the teacup while he do his business. Like,
I know hearing this voice while he does his business is aggravating. Oh my gosh. Let us know if we need to call emergency services. Listen, we may be ops here, but we care about you from a human perspective. So if you need any assistance, we will get the right authorities on the line.
No matter how much water's wasted.
yeah,
Oh.
like I'm giving you shit, but take your time,
But
homie.
I'm gonna give
Remember,
him a fair shake. I'm not gonna give you a
like, same,
preview.
same.
I'm not gonna give you a
Yeah.
preview of what's to come, Phantom. I'm just gonna let you hear what he has to say. For the sake of, I really hope he's using the bathroom and not, Chat
Is good.
GPT in his argument.
Chat GBT. What's an ironclad argument for AI art not being art?
Oh, the
Well,
irony there.
hypothetically, this, but realistically, bunch of big words clamped together, a bunch of big words that I don't know the meaning of. Hypothetically, this, that, and the third. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
See,
So
you
inside, you know how
said
you
that jokingly, but I think that's enlarged the problem and why people have such a problem with AI. Instead of asking, is AI art? Give me the pros and cons, they'll say, tell me why AI art isn't art. And it's going to tell you whatever you want to hear.
yeah.
But if you give it the option to say, give me the pros and cons against it, then you'll get an unbiased perspective. But when you put in garbage bias, you're going to get out garbage bias, which is why when you do, we dismantle it so quickly.
Man, look, man.
Oh,
It's,
inside, you know how we joke about, taking notes in the live? Well, I actually do it.
yeah, I
I
actually
I
do
would
I do
say
it
that.
too,
take your
man.
notes. Get your notes ready for this one.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Well, yeah, you can, and just like I was talking about earlier with someone on my live, even though my lives aren't about anything tech or AI, you can tell when someone puts effort into their prompts and when someone doesn't. Like some logos up here on this app, no disrespect. I can tell that you just said make this a logo, and it just looks like a bunch of BS. Like
Yeah.
this logo that I have
Right.
here, uh, it's not just make this. You have to pick and pick and pick and pick. You got to perfect that jump, man. You have to. You can tell when people don't put effort into it, but that doesn't stop it from being art. Still direct design.
Exactly. Exactly. Remind me again what platform you were using inside for your latest like NBA videos. I forgot. I think you told me last time, but I forgot.
I'm using them. So for some of them, I'm using Grok, and then for some of them, I'm sorry, I'm having a massive brain fart. I'm super
It's all right.
elevated.
Get back to me. Get back to me later on it. That's all right. I don't need an ASAP. All right, the timer is up. Great. Can you give us a status update, please?
Come on,
Yeah, I'm
bro.
almost finished. Just
You know it. It only takes 7 wipes to recognize that you only needed 6.
Oh, man, what?
This better be the best argument of all time that I've heard. I hope I hear version infinity compared to the ones I've heard
Oh,
before.
it's called Wan, WAN. So some of them I'm
WAN.
using Grok, Imagine, and then some of them I'm using Wong. And then I wanted to try using Kling, but I haven't used it yet.
Okay.
You know, Kling is too problematic for me.
I think so for me too, which is why I haven't.
I've only ever used clean for like dancing, but
Cling
that's about
is
it.
Hey, baby.
awesome.
What's
Yeah, but
up?
after
It's one of
like
the best apps out there.
I've seen a lot of
You my
people say
business,
that,
baby?
in
Okay,
my
baby.
opinion, I prefer draw.
Oh,
Well, just
You
say that you
you
guys are
you can go to
uncreative
my
pieces.
page, check out all my stuff. It's all clean.
hold
Like
on.
everything that
Who's
we
that
do on
talking?
my
Who's that
Diamond
page is
talking?
sent
clean.
another donut, y'all.
Who's that talking?
Diamond sent 2 donuts, and also that was every. Sorry.
No, I was just wondering who's that saying to look at their page. I want to look at their page.
Oh,
Uh,
that's Dina.
Who? I don't know
That's
names. I'm
Dina.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, he
Is
doesn't. I don't think Inside knows Dino. He's
Oh,
Dino's above you.
sorry.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Also, Diamond sent 2 donuts.
Okay. Oh, were those donuts for somebody?
All right.
Diamond. Okay, he's ready, y'all. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh
I
my
like your work,
gosh. Okay.
Dina. I like your work.
All right. Everyone, let's tune up our ears. Let's sit up straight. Let's give this man attention for what he's about to say. So, can you please introduce yourself, please? Name and age.
Yeah, Project 34.
Can you please respond to the prompt? Do you believe AI art can be considered art? And do you believe AI artists can be considered artists? You have 2 minutes on the clock.
No and no. Was that all you wanted me to answer? Or did you want me to elaborate on why or what?
Project, can you please for real, please? What do you think 2 minutes is
Uh,
for?
oh, okay. Yeah. I would say that AI art quote isn't art quote because I take and I argue that art is a product or performance of a fitness display that rewards sustained attention through generation, recognition, or presentation of negentropy in excess of functional necessity. So the what's going to be pivotal here and what's going to be making my decision as to what's going to be art and what's not going to be art is going to be the fitness display and the excess of negentropy. You said excess of what was that last word? Negentropy. Okay.
Have you landed your plane, sir?
I've landed. Yeah.
Okay. Before
All
we
right,
continue,
go
what
ahead.
I need you to admit to me is that you spent that 5 minutes on the toilet writing to Chat GPT. Cause damn, if that wasn't the most rehearsed bullshit I've ever heard.
Oh no, I have it written down in my notes for sure. Yeah.
Okay. From the
Phantom,
top.
what I say?
From the top, then, sir. Before we can continue, you and I
Mm-hmm.
need to hammer down a definition of what we both say is art. Can we agree on the Oxford Dictionary definition of art, or do you have an obscure one you'd like me to pick apart?
Well, are you saying? Well, you can give me your what you're appealing to as far as a definition, but to be clear, when you say, I heard you say the definition. Are you saying a definition or the definition?
Any definition that appears in a dictionary, I would more than likely adhere to. Can you say the same, or do you have a niche one that
No,
you're using?
no. I wouldn't adhere to just any dictionary unless it just so happened to be an essential definition, and I felt that it actually
Okay.
successfully.
We'll save time. You give me your definition of art. What's the definition that you're using that you think that we should be using, and then we'll pick that apart.
Yeah, it's the one I gave at the start. So it's a product or performance of a fitness display that rewards sustained attention through generation, recognition, or presentation of negentropy in excess of functional necessity.
Like, first, where did you get this definition from? Because that is the most gibbledy jobbery words I've. The negative entropy, the fulfilling. Like, come on, bro. Like, really? This is you. Are you trying to throw big words at it to convolute it so you can smuggle something in? What is that?
No,
Great.
this is
Project, be honest. Where did you get the definition from? Be honest with everyone.
yeah. This is something that I put together um a
AI,
concept. No, no,
AI.
no,
Could could
sir.
I
Could I could I could I tell you? Because you just asked me. Yeah.
Sure.
So I put this together from pulling from ideas from Jeffrey Miller on fitness display, who is his area of interest is in anthropology and evolutionary psychology.
Okay.
So
Hey,
I
let me
I
stop. Let
felt
me stop you
so
there. Let me
what
stop you there, sir.
why are you stopping
First,
me when I'm trying to answer
I'm
the
I'm
The
question?
stopping.
donut
I'm
was for
stop.
this dude.
I'm
I'm
stopping you there, sir.
Oh, wait.
Why
okay.
would I give a shit what an anthropologist has to say about art? What makes him an expert? Just because he's an anthropologist doesn't give him any expertise in art. So why is it that we should be adhering to the definition that you have, but somehow the dictionary definition, the one that everybody else in the world uses, is the wrong one, but this anthropologist guy got it right? Why are we using yours?
Before you answer that project, to clarify for everyone, so Jeffrey Miller, he is an evolutionary psychologist who has ideas about, I guess, ways that things have evolved, right? What Project has done was read whatever he wrote on and extracted his own definition of art, which is what you heard in this live today, and that's what he wants everyone to abide by. All right, you can go, Project.
The donut was
Yeah.
for
So wait,
project.
Okay. Oh, hold
which
on, hold
question?
on. The donut was for okay. The donuts were for
Yeah,
project.
bro's
So
annoying.
okay, so we're gonna put a time limit on you, donut. I'm sorry, not donut. Project. So
What?
project was a select. Hold on, hold
That's
on.
a
Project. So project
what?
was a select guest. Because he's for whatever reason he's an interesting op. Because he has this definition that he came up on his own, which is not too unlike other AI ops. Um, I
He
will
got it
drop
from
him.
ChatGPT.
I will. I will.
Absolutely.
I will drop him. I'm gonna give him some time to explain, to at least hash this out, because I've been wanting him to come up and talk to other ops, because whatever I was saying to him the last time, it didn't resonate. So,
Dr. Barry,
Diamond, I will get the
I,
donut back if I don't drop him soon enough. But I do want him to hear this exchange from at least Phantom and
Can
other
I
guests.
I would
wait?
ask
So
that we not drop him. I'll give a donut to keep him because I would much rather nail him
I'll
down
send
Give
and
it.
another three
crucify him
just to
live.
trap him.
Like,
Well,
that
because like
he
we
okay.
can
wants to
let him
use.
run. Like it'll be an excuse. Oh, they kicked me because they knew I had a good argument. No, I would rather hold his feet to the fire and
I'll
make
give
him
it back
admit
to
that
you, Diamond.
his
Don't
thing is
worry.
But
stupid.
yeah, he sent two.
so
Okay,
I just
we'll give it back to you, Diamond. We'll give
can
it
I
back to you.
I'll send a
because for
whole
me,
galaxy.
like I said before, and I'll say this, and I'll just shut my mouth up and let Phantom go ahead. Um, I am very slow when I'm in this state. I went ahead and looked up the definition of negentropy. What do you say, negentropy? And then I also
Negentropy, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I also put that in what you said your definition is, and asked my good friend Fred GBT what you may mean. And I just want to get it what it came up with. I wanted to see if you agree with this. It
Yep,
says
okay.
Project 34 is basically saying art is humans showing their intelligence, creativity, and capability while also creating meaning and order out of chaos. Is that would you agree with
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I like that captures some of it, but at the same time, like
I know.
I avoid words like creativity because they tend to
One second.
be like vague. But if you wanted to start there just as a basis to kind of follow the kind of breadcrumbs I'm setting, then that's not a bad
Hey,
start.
here's Here's what I'd like you to do, because my dog is screaming. I don't know if y'all hear my husky. She got to go out. What I
Yeah.
want to do is, before I go, I want to write down your definition, and then we'll let the guys among chat talk to you while I go walk my dog. And when I come back, I'll dissect that for you. Can we do that?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Say it to me very slowly, one word at a time, because I type
Sure.
slow. I'm gonna
Yep.
write it
Okay.
out.
Yeah, that's fine. So art is the production or the excuse me, the product or performance
The
of
product
a
or
fitness
performance
yep,
of a fitness display
that rewards sustained attention
that rewards sustained. I hear you, baby. Hold on. Sustained attention
through the generation,
through
recognition,
the Hold on.
or
Generation, recognition,
presentation of neg entropy.
or presentation of negative entropy.
Of
I mean,
negentropy.
you could say negative entropy if that helps you, but it's neg entropy.
Like, I don't understand. You know what? Sure.
Negentropy.
Oh no, okay. You guys, I'm
Okay.
gonna put the phone down.
And
I'm gonna go
well,
walk
no,
my
that's not
dog,
the end of
and oh,
that's
there's
not the
more.
end of the
Okay,
definition. Yeah,
okay.
in excess of functional necessity.
In excess of functional necessity. Oh
Is
my
that
God!
in excess?
You
In
said
excess? In?
okay. I'm gonna read this back to you so that I have it right, because I'm gonna be formulating. Oh my God, there are so many problem words here. But what you said was the product or performance of a fitness display that rewards sustained attention through generation, recognition, or presentation of negative entropy in excess and functional necessity
In excess of functional necessity.
of functional. So I have that right.
Yep.
Fantastic. You guys, please chat amongst yourselves while I go handle my big girl.
All right, yeah,
And
please handle that, baby. All right, y'all. Let's take a
Well, just
breather. Hold on. Let's take. We gotta have an intermission. It's a live like this.
sure
We just need to breathe, y'all.
that no, it's fine, but it's just you guys.
Project. Can we
What?
have a breather break, please? Go on mute.
All right.
so, so everyone who's coming in, this is
Breathe
Dr.
in,
Jazzberry's
breathe out.
live.
Go ahead inside.
Everyone who's coming in, this is Dr. Jazzberry's live. She goes live pretty much almost every day, dang near. In this topic, we are discussing whether or not AI art is art or whether or not AI artists are artists. And we have a guest by the name of Project up here who is about to go into conversation with another young man up here about his definition of art and whether or not it holds up. While we're in the building, if we could tap the screen, share the live out, hold down your screen, click repost, add it to your story, whatever you got to do to help out the youngins and the oldings. None of us are old up here, but whatever you got to do, it would be greatly appreciated.
Nikki baby. Sorry.
Thank you, Inside. That was awesome. Thank you so much. All right, everyone, breathe in, breathe out. All right, we are going to continue on with this dialogue. Hey, Nikki, baby. We just had to have a little pause break because I feel like everything was just like rushing at us like a tidal wave.
Well,
Okay.
I looked up negentropy and basically parts of basically like his concepts, what it's used for, like physics and biology, i.e., life versus decay. Um, what is it? Information theory. Um, and something else.
Yeah, I
And
mean, if you would like me to just kind of give you the blurb, like what neg entropy is, it's it's exactly what it sounds like. The opposite of entropy. It's organizing complexity. That's like the simplest way to understand it.
okay.
And there's
Also, I
So,
would
sorry.
say I would also posit that it's used as a measure of distance to normality, and I don't like that word either.
Yeah, I don't use it. I mean, I don't use that kind of phrasing. I mean, I understand what it it's meant to say, but I'm more careful about how I actually phrase it.
Okay.
So the way I would phrase that is it's just uh an indexing to like a fractal or organized coherent system.
Do you think it should be considered just for biological context?
No, I think it goes beyond biology because I think it actually tracks with an irrational number that's phi golden ratio.
Mm.
And that's something that we actually do have access to, as far as like auditory, visual. That's something that is appealing for us to perceive,
Mm.
as opposed to something entropic.
I
So it
wanted
consistent
Okay.
it consistently appears in music and appears in like Renaissance, or it appears in nature, and these are the things that they capture our attention, admiration,
Mm.
etc. But when it comes to biology, it's something that life forms try to preserve within themselves.
Gotcha.
I wanted to
Thank you.
ask you.
Boy,
Oh,
oh
sorry,
boy.
Raven, but I just wanted to ask. When you're talking and speaking, do you mean I saw a comment where it says all you had to say was art gets people's attention through ideas? Do you mean that? Are you
It
trying to
gets
say
Yeah.
that?
people's attention. It's part of it.
Yeah,
That
no,
is part of it. But the problem with that, saying something like that, is it's kind of like begging the question. The question is, what is the essence of art? Like that's something that is
that's
a
not the
topic of.
question. That's not the question. That's a straw man. I mean, if you just want to throw Phil Bro terms out, we're not asking what the essence of art is. The topic is AI art, and are AI artists artists? You've come
Okay,
in
Yeah.
but
with
that
this
is a
whole
question
this.
about that. But that is going to be a question about its essence, right? Its ontology.
No.
You know
What?
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 Let's break down this man's definition really quick. Like, first, please everybody bear with me because I'm gonna fuck with this dude the long way. I'm gonna break down every one of these words, and we gonna get him where we need to go. I'm sorry, sir. What was your name again?
You can call me Project.
Fana,
Project.
before you go down this, because I think it'll be helpful while you do this intervention. Project. Last time we had this conversation, you gave me a source for where you attempted to extract your own definition from. What was the source of Jeffrey Miller's work that you got this from? Do you have that in your notes?
It's not in my notes, but if you just look up Jeffrey Miller, I'm sure like his books will come up. I mean, one of the books
Uh-uh.
where I came across his works was in a book called Elephant in the Brain. That's where I came across. But he's got another book, something about Smex and like stuff I don't think I can say on TikTok.
Is that
Very
okay? Is
important. I
elephant in the
want to
brain
use
where you
his
extracted
definition.
this? Yeah, is elephant in the brain where you extracted your definition from?
Partly because that's where I ran into the term fitness display, but fitness display is a term that's frequently comes up in just like.
Okay. Okay, I get it. So Phantom, he like Jeffrey Miller, to my knowledge, for what I've seen, I don't think he had like this overt definition of art that everyone should prescribe to.
But
This
that's okay. Like
project got his definition
I
from there.
recognize. First of all, I think his definition's bullshit. He got it from ChatGPT. That's fine. That's fine. Project. Here's what I want to do. Before we go any further, I'm going to one by one dissect this definition for you. Do you promise me that once I have successfully proven to you that this is fucking gobbledygook, that you won't try to move the goalpost? Well, that's not what I meant by fitness. Like, we can agree that once I've met this ridiculous standard, you'll retract your claim?
I mean, if I'm understanding you correctly, like if it just happens that this is incoherent, then yeah, I'll just concede that it's incoherent. Like if it doesn't capture accurately like art, then yeah, sure.
Fantastic. One by one. Let's talk about this. What the product? In your definition, you said the product or performance. Would the product be the art itself?
Yes.
Okay, art. So I'm going to remove the product or performance.
Like if you mean just to be clear, I mean I'm just using like product doesn't really have a special meaning here at all, so I'm just using it as it's used like in natural language normally.
Okay, but oh baby, see, be careful, honey. But you clearly mean product as in buy, sell, trade commodities, right? Everything's fine.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I think we got the same understanding.
Okay, so we can agree that the art in question is the product that we're talking about. Art, performance. Let's deal with performance. Are you talking about just the means by which I did the thing? Like what tools I use, what methods I use, what my formula was? Is that what you mean by performance?
Um, yeah, I mean more or less. Like I'm not really bogged down on the tools per se, but
Keep that
my
same energy.
understanding of what you're asking me is like you're just asking me about like maybe just kind of the like the physical things that you do, like the how do I want to say, like the physical task that you're running to get the product. Is that what you mean? Like
I mean, by performance, you mean if I were a traditional artist and I was like, I'm putting together this product or performance, the way I will do the performance is with this pencil, with this marker, with this brush. Is that the
it doesn't
performance
always
you're
have
talking?
to be okay. So to clarify, it doesn't always have to be like a tool per se. Like this is going to include things like dance, martial
Yeah.
arts.
Yeah, but that tool could be my body. That tool could be my voice. That tool could be
I
my hand.
wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. Just say like your body is a tool. That's just awkward phrasing. But if it, I mean, I suppose like if you are understanding performance to just mean
Okay. So let's instead of saying performance, let's say art using human ability. That way it's all encompassing no matter if I'm dancing, if I'm singing, if I draw, if I write, I'm using humans for that. So art created using human creativity. Does that work for
no,
you?
no, that wouldn't capture it either because the performance could be done by animals as well.
Okay, but okay, fantastic. Okay, fine. So cre- art created using sentient beings, using the creativity of sentient beings. Does that work for you?
Well, so the trouble I'm having here is that like I'm not using performance in a special way, but it almost like it seems like you
If
want
we're not
to
using
use
it
it,
in a special way, we need to drop it.
but that
If it holds no weight, we need to drop it because also fitness display is just going to be the skills in which I do that performance. So I'm looking to drop fitness display because even if I dance poorly, it's still a display of my fitness in this area. Do you agree?
no, no, I don't agree.
How, Sway? How is it? How can I dance and I dance poorly and I trip and fall, but that wasn't a dance?
I'm not saying that it wasn't a dance, or maybe I'm just not
But
understanding.
it was the display of my fitness. It was the performance of my fitness display because I used my fitness to display the performance.
Well, what do you take a
Correct?
fitness display to be?
The means by which I show you the art.
Okay, but that's not what I take a fitness display to
Okay,
be. That's not
fine.
how
So
I'm
we'll
using it
go
here, and
with
that's not how
art.
it's understood. That's not how it's understood in the literature either.
It's okay, then what is a fitness display in
Well,
art for
that
you, sir?
right. Okay, well it's not just for me. This is a
No.
term.
This is your bullshit definition. This is all for you.
But
What
no,
does
no, but this isn't the part. I didn't coin the term fitness display.
The term fitness display just means I'm able to do it. It doesn't
I
say I
don't
have to
know.
do it well. It doesn't say it can't be poorly. It just says I need to be able to put on the display.
Well,
You're trying to unnecessarily bog this shit down, and I'm telling you what, fitness display, you don't need it. I can make art. I can display the art. I can put a dot on a paper and show it to you. That would be a product, a performance of my fitness display. Would you agree?
it. Ask your question again.
If I put a dot on a piece of paper and show it to you, is that a product of performance that I used you to for fitness display? I've displayed it to you using my fitness. Here's my product. Is that
No, no. Like again, it just that's why I asked what your understanding of a fitness display is. If it's not, it doesn't sound anywhere near how it's used in the relevant fields, right? Like the
what relevant
anthropology.
fields? I need, you know
I'm
what?
listening. I'm
I need a
listening, man.
citation for that bullshit. Show me any artist that tells me fitness display is necessary for art. Find me that citation or retract it. That's stupid.
uh, but once again,
But no,
I'm
no, no. You
arguing.
no,
What's the
no. You
citation
said
for?
in the
Hold on.
relevant fields. The only relevant field here is art. Show me an artist that talks about fitness display in their work, or retract your
Je-
bullshit statement.
Jeffrey Miller, who I got
Jeffrey Miller is
this.
not an artist. He's a
He's not an
what is he?
artist.
Fuck that
An
dude.
anthropologist or some shit? What, just because you have a degree in anthropology don't mean you're an art expert. Quote me an actual artist.
Okay, but that's the thing that's going to be in question right now. So we wouldn't be able to actually get there since we haven't agreed on what
Okay,
we would
so
even
if we
land on.
can't agree on it, then we need to remove this bullshit fitness display from your definition.
No, I'm arguing that this is going to be something that captures uh, the essence of art in terms of genus and differentia, but in accordance with the common parlance, but better than what
No,
the
no,
common.
the common, no. You trying to throw in this common parlance bullshit. Anthropologists say, you named me one anthropologist who used this term once. That's not common parlance. You're
Well,
throwing shit in and trying to hide behind, oh, this is the way the real artists use it. Fuck that. No.
but that's not what I'm saying.
Cite me how this is the common parlance or retract your stupid statement.
I didn't say it was the common
Yes, you
parlance.
did. Yes, you
No,
did.
I didn't. I'm
You know what?
saying that I'm presenting this as something that captures what we actually mean in the common parlance, is what I'm saying.
Get the fuck out of here. You lied to me. You lied to me to my face. Yes, you did say that shit was the common parlance, and this is what the artists use. But the only person you can name is the only person who fucking agrees with you. You trying to hide in all this fitness display and product and negative entropy bullshit. Nigga, the toilet hanging on the wall is art. Like pencil markings on a white backboard is art. Art is art. Who are you trying to? What the fuck is negative entropy? What the fuck? What?
Yeah, I looked it up. I was talking to him
Do you
about
know
it.
what entropy is? The negative
Yeah.
entropy, functional necessity. How is art a functional necessity anywhere? Show me the functional necessity in art. We didn't even get to
Right.
half your bullshit. This is
Because
ridiculous.
because even art, because art can be accidental as well. Is that something that's needed, or like something that has some type of authority?
What the fuck,
Functional
man?
necessity and negative entropy in excess. In excess at that. So I guess even if we nailed him down in negative entropy, he'd be like, well, that's not negative entropy in excess. It would have to be in excess. Well, what's excess? Is well, I guess that varies from expert to expert. But Jeffrey, for the anthropologist, he's got an idea of what. Get the fuck out of here! Don't ever come back to me with that bullshit ever again. You wasted 20 minutes of my time, and I rushed my dog outside.
That whole conversation made absolutely no sense to me. And I asked him to dumb it down. He was like, well, essentially, blah, 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 blah. I was like, yeah, it's basically word salad at this point. You're taking a simple debate and using big old fancy words so no one can dissect what you're trying to say. You're thinking that, some of us don't understand what you're saying and you're trying to
You know what?
prove
And
your.
shut the fuck up in the chat too. You muted. I don't want to see none of your shit no more. Go away. That is the
Don't.
dumbest shit. This whole dissertation for a definition that even you didn't agree with. Then you
Wow.
lied to what a common parlance is. This is the way. No artist. Look, I've been doing this for 51 years, and I have never referred to anything that I did as a fitness display.
Or we can go
I mean,
by
how
what
dumb or having to listen to
Sandra
it.
says. Oh, I'm
Get
sorry.
the fuck out of here.
Or we can go by what Sandra says and measure it in efforts. Like how many efforts does it take? 5? 5 efforts? I don't know.
No, Sako. We don't silence opposition. We silence stupidity. Do you have a feel bro definition, or do you want to use the dictionary definition and come up here and defend your whack claims too? Because I'm happy to dissect your shit too, and I hope that wasn't in defense of a project, because clearly everything he was talking negative entropy. The fuck is negative fucking entropy? In functional necessity and art, what are you fucking talking about? He took a college course once and thought he was a field bro and thought he was gonna come in here and convolute shit. So no, I don't silence opposition. I silence stupidity. Can you do better? Would you like to come up here and test your might? Because I'm happy to talk to you too.
I think
I want to.
I think
Um,
he kind of messed it up. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wanted to, if possible, I wanted to read just like three quick excerpts because this is what I pulled up the last time. He attempted to give this definition. This was like probably, months ago. So he gave the same definition. He said he has it written down. So I tried to do my own digging into researching, okay, where did he derive this definition from? So what I'm going to read from you is like a review. Somebody wrote a review on this Jeffrey Miller's this guy's book. All right. So this is where kind of like maybe I think he's pulling the concept from on how this art came to be. So again, this is a review of someone else's words. So try to keep that into context. All right, bear with me, guys. So in regards to art, it says here that art poses a challenge for evolutionary thinkers. It's a costly behavior, both in time and energy, but at the same time, it's impractical. And this is the view of, where we're going with this so far. Art doesn't put food on your table, look after your children, or keep you warm at night, at least not directly. So art on its face seems like a waste of time and energy. And natural selection doesn't look kindly on waste. How then did our instincts for art evolve? All right, let's take a pause there. Let those words marinate. All right, let's continue. So in his book, The Mating Mind, the evolutionary psychologist Jeffrey Miller gives a promising answer. Miller argues that oh my gosh, my eyes. That while ecological selection, the pressure to survive, abhors waste, sexual selection often favors it. The logic is that we prefer mates who can afford to waste time, energy, and other resources. What's valuable isn't the waste itself, but what the waste says about the survival surplus, health, wealth, energy levels, and so forth of a potential mate. Last paragraph. Human art is more than just a courtship display. That is an advertisement of the artist's value as a potential mate. It also functions as a general purpose fitness display that is an advertisement of the artist's health, energy, vigor, coordination, and overall fitness. Fitness displays can be used to woo mates, of course, but they also serve another purpose like attracting allies or intimidating rivals. And humans use art for all these things. And then it goes on to describe this even more. I think what this doesn't hit at is like the other forms of like accidental art or creating art through suffering or creating art, with minimal resources. So here they're trying to offer up art as almost like a luxury thing, at least from, I think, if I read this correctly. Like when you have met all of your basic necessities, then you use art as a way to, attract mates, so to speak. But that, even in this context, it seems very limited because art is so much more broader than that. I don't know if that brought any clarity to anything or made things more confusing, but there you have it.
I didn't hear nothing about negative entropy, so it's clearly bullshit.
Also, I was speaking to him about negative entropy. I think he has those concepts mixed up also with syntropy, with what pertain it would pertain to software. Like if we go into that, like maybe he would have some semblance of an argument, but yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Okay. All right. No, we're good. All right. I know that was quite a bit. I know Inside said he'll be back. All right. Is everyone good? That was a long exchange. You know,
I tried to make sense of it, like I couldn't. And look, understand, I think I'm very smart, but I think my son eclipses me, which is it's very important that my kids be better than me. So I hit mute and I pulled him aside and I showed him the definition, and he's like, "The fuck is negative entropy? What do you
Right.
mean? What is fitness display? Like what is he talking about?" It's like I don't know. I don't know. He was intentionally trying to make the definition as vague and convoluted so he could sneak in and pull out whatever he wanted to make his point. And that's just some Phil bro shit.
To be honest, I don't think he was expecting us to actually pull up uh, definitions or like anything that he said. No, we fact checked around here. Sorry.
so I think with his definition of what he was trying to extract it from, I think he was reducing art down to something that is, maybe even based on our physiology in a way, or our ability to, like it says here, the artist's health, energy, vigor, coordination, and overall fitness. Um, there are people who create art and they're not, the best, they're not the most fit for it or the most fit in general. There are people who create art and don't have the most optimal coordination or
Right.
all the energy. So I think what he was probably looking at art from the perspective of, hey, maybe back in the day when they were running and running from lions and having to climb trees and all they could think about is catching food and trying not to be food. Art was maybe considered a luxury back then that you could focus on to attract a mate or maybe do it, when you have the most optimal energy. But art is not that today.
Even if that were the case, it would be a non sequitur because it would still be art. Like he tried to, it was all this unnecessary stuff to try to hide from is AI art. The answer is yes. Was it always evolutionarily advantageous? No. Will it have negative entropy if we just did art and didn't like practice other things like survival? Sure. But it would still be art.
Can you read his definition to me one more time, Phantom, if you have it open?
Sure. It
And I'm
is
listening.
the product or performance of a fitness display that rewards sustained attention through the generation, recognition, or presentation of negative entropy in excess of functional necessity.
So I think, and again, if these are his words, and I think last time I tried typing those exact words into Google, like just to see what would pop up, if it was like a direct quote from something else, and I don't remember what happened. Um, I think his words are, I don't think they're ideally placed in conveying what he was attempting to convey. But even if they were, I don't think it hits at what art is, or how we viewed it throughout history, generally throughout history. Generally speaking, it is a form of human expression, whether you're healthy or not, whether you are wealthy or not, whether you are living in survival surplus or not, whether you are attempting to attract a mate or not. Art can happen in either way. His definition reduces it down to you are only meeting your basic needs or attempting to meet your basic needs. At least that's what
Yeah.
I gathered.
Okay. Now, to be fair, I ran it through Chat GPT because I trust my AI. And she breaks it down for me and says, yes, that it is. It's just a highly specialized philosophical definition rather than the one that most people would immediately recognize. And it mistakes fitness displays for I have to do a thing in order to mate, and if I don't mate, then our group doesn't reproduce, and that would be bad. That's the negative entropy that he was talking about. But no one's talking about doing peacock mating dances with the AI art, my guy. I'm asking you if this picture of Donald Trump in a taco is art.
So my question, I guess, I don't think we got to it, which was, unless I missed it in the conversation or the back and forth, I didn't get the point of, why AI did or did not fit that definition. I don't know. Did you guys get to that yet, or were you guys
No,
just
we,
pointing
we, we
people?
never got there. We needed to hammer down his definition, and he tried to stay as vague as he could with it. To the point, he lied. He flat out lied to me. And it's like, don't say the thing that you just said. And I'm gonna watch the replay back because I'm that asshole. I'm gonna watch it again, and he's gonna say this is common parlance. This is how most people use it. No, it's not how most people use it. It's some fancy philosophical Philbro shit that you came up with to try to make it sound fancy. Tell me you have a 500-word essay, but you only got 12 words, and you just got to make it sound long for some reason.
I
Yeah, it
think
was
I think
most
oh,
definitely Phil, bro. Oh, my apologies. Go ahead.
no, you're good. No, you're Ravens. I think his if he wants to go with that definition, I don't think it's a definition for art overall or even throughout history. I think it's just a way of observing how art has evolved throughout history. I think he's taking, maybe if you were to look at art and evaluate, hey, what has it meant to previous generations of humans, the earliest, versions of humans, and what it means to us now. I think that's a description of maybe kind of outlining, hey, how has this evolved over time, versus saying, hey, this is the overt definition that we should all, prescribe to, or subscribe to. I'm sorry, subscribe to. To me, that would be a better fitting for what he's attempting to say, instead of the definition.
He
I
was
don't know.
just
I'm trying to
that
help. I
was
was trying to help him out, actually.
it was just overly
I was
complicated.
as
We
well.
knew it was overly complicated.
So, Phantom, rate me 1 out of 10. How I told you it was gonna be a doozy. Now, 1 out of 10, how much of a doozy was it?
Brian,
Oh,
Brian.
damn.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I don't think Ravens knows Brian.
as a
That was
matter
a
of fact,
throwback.
he was so bad
What
we might
happened?
have to change the scale to project.
He was
Oh,
like judge before judge.
oh.
Brian
Okay,
was like
so
chapter
who is
one of
Brian?
these AI art lives.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Brian was the art expert who said that he had taken classes in art, so he was more qualified than everybody else, and he could
What?
point out when it was AI art. But then you show him a picture of it, and he wasn't sure.
Or Phantom, this John remembers when we would every live he would come into, right? Ravens, every live he would come into. And I would ask him, hey, do you think AI art is art? And he would never give a straight up answer. Or if he did, he would always flip flop on his answer. Always. Like he never gave a straight up answer, but he was the one that was the expert artist that was selling more art than anyone on planet Earth. And all the ladies loved him because he, did such awesome drawings. I'm like, sir, enough. We're tired.
Like, bro, that's so cute. My Cash App would like a word with you, bro, because I'm sure I'm doing better than you.
All
I'm
right, that was
sure.
a lot with Project. Do you guys want to talk to Ghost? Because he's trying to come up.
You know what? Ghost is okay. Like, I could use a palate cleanser after Project. Like, that's the new standard for me. Every stupid person who comes through is Project now.
Well, Project, thank you for coming up. I warned them that it would be a doozy. I tried to help you out in the end to maybe give them some clarity. I personally think what you have here as a definition isn't really a definition. It's more of like, again, like a observation of how art has evolved. But you'll probably disagree with me on that. But you know, continue. I think you'll find your community who would agree with you. I would say share those
I
ideas
think
with
he
them.
was trying to, like what Anthony was saying in the comments. I think he was trying to confuse us with buzzwords because if he wanted to go into the negative entropy argument, I would lend credence to syntropy, which has something to do with software.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Ghost, go ahead and chime in. I gotta step away, but I'll be back.
I was gonna ask you a question.
Did you hear for any
Yeah,
of that? Did you hear?
there's a. I'd like you guys to admit that AI is limited in what it can do in the art world, what disciplines it can perform.
Just because it's limited doesn't mean it's not art. Everything is limited, but do you not call it art?
Well, everything isn't limited. There's art forms that are viable that AI can't perform.
Can you define limited for me? Because when you say limited, I'm thinking,
And
well,
I'm not
the
playing a
guy.
definition game with you.
What we have to play, the words mean
No,
words. So
no, no, I'm not playing that shit. We're talking.
Ghost,
Is
Ghost,
the
Ghost. Hold
attitude
on, hold on.
necessary?
Hold on. Ghost. I just have one question. If we're not using the definitions to determine what things mean and
You
what things
guys have been
are,
talking
hold on.
about definitions for an hour. I've been listening.
Let me finish. If we are not, and we'll do that for another hour if we have to. If we are not using the definitions to determine what things mean and what things are, then what should we be using?
Can't you just have use your minds and have a conversation?
yeah, but if I
Definitions,
don't know
yes.
what you mean by the word, we're going to talk past each other. When
Well,
you say
I didn't
limit,
use any bullshit big words like the last kid. I mean, I was pretty
but
clear.
when you use the word limit, and I went on to I was going to
Limited, like
describe to
it
you what
can't.
I meant by limit. I'm going to show you what I mean by limit. You can tell me if you agree. I'm a writer. I write with a pencil. Am I limited because I can only use the pencil and I can't use other devices? Is that what you mean by limited? Yes,
I mean,
no,
I'll give you a different example.
please.
One that I think makes more sense. Um, AI cannot make art installations that you walk into. AI cannot
Wait.
do
K- Uh,
sculpture.
let's
It
stop
can't do
there.
welding.
Let's stop there. Let's stop there. Just so there are forms of art that AI cannot do. Therefore, you're saying AI is limited in its scope of art. Is that what you're saying?
Its scope of abilities.
In its scope of abilities. Like, for example, I am an author. I can't sculpt. Am I limited?
That's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about AI,
I'm
not
asking
you.
you. But you're saying the AI can make pictures, the AI can make music, but
There's
the
no
AI
connection between
can't
AI
make.
and you.
But you
Can
can't
you
make
please stop
sculpture.
over speaking? Thank you.
You're saying if I can't make a sculpture, am I limited? Like I'm not a painter. I don't paint. I don't know the color palettes. I don't know all the colors. I don't know how
You're
to
not the
blend. I don't.
subject of the conversation, man. We're talking
But
about AI.
yes, but we're talking about. Don't make this difficult, Ghost.
Dude,
You're
you're making
saying
it
the word
difficult.
limited. You're saying there's something the AI can't do. I'm drawing you a one-to-one comparison that I am a human artist and there's something that I can't do. If we are to adhere to what you mean by limited, I also would be limited because there are things in the art world that I can't do. So is that what you mean by limited?
Yeah, I mean, limited. by lacking the ability to
Okay.
perform certain functions.
Okay, so allow me to steel man that for you so that I'm not talking past you. You're saying to me that AI cannot sculpt a sculpture, therefore it's not art?
I said it's limited. Did
Okay,
I say it
it's fine.
wasn't?
That's fine. It's
It's an art
limited.
form. It's not possible
It's
by
limited.
AI.
Is it art?
It doesn't exist because AI can't make it.
2 years ago, we couldn't make Will Smith eating spaghetti, and it was limited. We no longer have that limit. Do you agree?
I don't know what you mean by that.
When the first AI images of Will Smith eating spaghetti, it looked like Cthulhu. It was scary because it didn't know how to do the strands of spaghetti. It didn't know how to do fingers. It didn't know how to do his mouth. He didn't really chew. It was crazy. But it was limited in its scope because it would give people 6 fingers, and sometimes it would be missing an eyeball.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
It was crazy, but that's a limitation that we've moved past. We can now do Will Smith eating spaghetti with no problem. Dare I say, my son he's a 3D modeler. I'm sure we could hook one of his printing machines up to the AI, and the AI I could put in a prompt, and then it could 3D model that, which would squash your whole idea with the sculpting thing. But my argument for you now is simply because there is an aspect of art that the AI cannot do yet does not preclude anything else it does from being art. If that's not what you're saying, then this entire tangent was a non sequitur because the only conversation is AI art art? If your answer is yes, but limited, congratulations, you are no longer an op and we just wasted 10 minutes.
So you're going to tell me that AI can do live art improvised on the spot?
Can you?
Yeah,
Can you like the same from
that's
iRobot?
why I'm making the argument,
You
because
can't
yes,
write a
I can.
symphony. Can you?
So
Write
I
me.
my
can
my
write
Show
a
my
me.
thing.
symphony.
Hold on.
Yes, I
Show
have.
me your symphony.
My thing
Show me
is
Um,
your
if
symphony.
my thing is if AI can't do that, so what? It doesn't discredit it from being a tool to be used for art. I don't understand what's even to argue about here.
You know what?
We're not.
My Chat GPT is well trained, but it can't rotate my tires, so I guess it's not art. Like what? What are you talking about? Just because there are some things it can't do. What about all the things that it can do? What about the
okay, good.
impossible
So we
camera
agree.
angles that AI is able to pull off that you would never be able to do traditionally with a camera just because of the dynamics of the camera itself? There are things that AI can do that traditional art can't do. Is traditional art limited?
Ghost, before you answer that, Project, I see you keep requesting to come on up. If you want to come back up, please skip the live of Money Gun and we'll bring you back up. Hey, Ghost, you can respond.
I want to. I know Phantom likes to talk about definitions.
No, no. I want an answer to the question.
Repeat the question.
We're not glazing past that. If there is an aspect of
Is
traditional
art
art,
limited because it
it
doesn't use AI?
no, that's
So
not the question, and
I,
that's a straw man. Nice try.
hold on.
If traditional art is unable to do something that AI art can do, by your definition, is traditional art now limited? That's a yes or
To an
no.
AI person, yes.
Wait. How,
What?
how would it only be
I
to an
would,
AI person? So let's say you're a
because it wouldn't to
non-AI
most
person.
people
So you're a
who aren't
non-AI
involved in
person.
AI
I now
art.
want you to go pull off the impossible shot with the camera, the one that goes completely underwater with a 180 degree and looks straight upward, but you can't get that angle from that depth and that distance because you'd have to account for the camera angles itself, for the size and depth of the weight of the camera itself. We can remove that restriction with AI. So, in that regard, traditional art would be limited. For your ridiculous statement to hold up and say to AI people, for that to hold, you would have to now show me how a traditional camera and traditional art somehow was able to still get that shot without AI. It's
Well,
not it's not AI people, it's no camera can do it because of the weight and dynamics of
yeah, I
physics.
understand that images can be, manipulated in a way that wouldn't occur in nature.
So does that make traditional art limited?
Limited because it doesn't use technology. I
Limited
don't.
because it was unable to do something that AI could do, which was your argument that AI couldn't sculpt and traditional artists could. So I've now shown you an example of here's a thing that AI can do that human art will never be able to accomplish. And you're just like, well, I'm not sure what you mean. I need you to stay consistent here, Ghost. I'm
No,
just looking for
I'm keeping up.
consistency. Would that make traditional art limited? If you're being honest with yourself, the answer would be yes. And by your silly definition, it's somehow less art or not art. You just disqualify all of human art with your silly definition.
What definition did I give you?
If it's limited, it can't be art.
Yeah, that wasn't a definition. You should know how to play that game. That's all you ever do. Why don't you tell me what the word artificial means?
I don't need to tell you what the word artificial means. These
Why
are
don't you tell
non
me? Because that's
sequitur. You stop. You just went out. Or are you just barking at stupid people again? You
so you
want to
don't want to
play
define words for me. You just want me to
what
define them for
artificial
you.
as in what
The word
synthetic
artificial, according to the
synthetic
Oxford Dictionary.
fine, you piece of shit. Let's go look up your stupid fucking word.
Oh no, I
So,
wanted you to know it because you think
Hold
you know
on.
I
everything.
We
sent
got a
the donut.
no, let's go look up your dumb. I'm sorry, I don't know the word because if I
Okay,
give you a
good.
definition, you're gonna be like, "Well,
Half
that's
of
not
what
the
your
word that
life
I
is
fucking
based on, you
use."
don't even.
Someone gifted a
Yay!
donut.
I sent the donut because it was pissing me off because he continued to overspeak. Stop overspeaking and we can understand the conversation.
I
People
saw
use
you can.
captions. I'm one of the
I,
people that uses
You
captions.
know
Please
what?
do not
And
overspeak.
I almost want him. I'm so sorry, Raven. I almost want him to come back because the Oxford Dictionary definition of artificial is a thing made or constructed by human skill. This is what you wanted me to read? It crushes your entire fucking argument. It makes you look silly. Like, why did you point me to the Oxford Dictionary to make yourself look stupid? What is that?
also, the way that he came on and attacked Phantom was really, really rude. I don't know where the attitude came from because there was no attitude in the comments. So,
Oh, I'm
uh,
I'm I'm thick skinned, sweetie. That kind of thing don't bother me. I dwell in like combative debate type environments. Him trying to be snarky was just you have to be snarky when you don't have anything. Like you have to fall back on some sort of wit so you can win a point with the crowd. That's why he was like,
Well,
"Well, you need to know the definition of artificial, and if you don't, then how can you say it's not artificial?" Like, he's just looking
well,
for any win where he can.
Ghost, if you want to come back, you have to. For you have to give two donuts up for a project that was a money gun. Um, I I didn't get my question answered when Ghost was up here. I think he kind of did deflect a little bit because I asked him, "Hey, if we're not primarily using definitions to determine what things are and what things mean, then what in the world should we be using?"
His
So,
definition. He wants to use his definitions.
also, AI artists are human. So you kept on saying, but we're talking about AI. No, we're talking about AI artists. Artists which are human artists because without the human, AI art cannot be created in the first place. And if a person can paint, but they can't sculpt, then they're limited. If a person can paint, but they can't sculpt, or if a person can sculpt but they can't paint, they're limited. So I didn't really see the point in saying that AI was limited because people can be limited as well. They're not
You know,
talented in all areas.
he inadvertently gave us new fuel for the arsenal. When people say AI art is not art because it's not human, I'll ask them to look up what artificial means. It's so the definition of artificial intelligence would be an intelligence constructed by a human. So how is it not human invented? It's in the definition of the word artificial.
Man, the ops
Silent.
are open tonight. The ops are open tonight. Woo.
Like that's
Ghost,
not what I meant when I said ops. Like not stupid ops. Like somebody who can actually like hold a conversation.
who do you feel was your best op in all these conversations? Because Phantom, I think you've been rocking with me since the beginning. Just about. Can you recall someone who was like your best op that actually made you think?
You know, I think in the early goings when the water was an issue, I took that with more seriousness and a little more weight. Like I think the one argument when I first heard it that stumped me was, well, if I put something in the microwave, am I a chef? That kind of stumped me for a minute, but once you get new information and you're able to like articulate that better, none of the arguments hold up. None.
Robbie, who are you talking to? You, you, I remember you from last time. You're scared to come up here, so why don't you go on mute? And if you have something to say, come up here and say it. Say it to our faces. I think I
They
remember you from
won't.
last time.
They never do. They
Just
they want to argue from the comments so they don't have to deal with the opposition. Like the last two people just came up here illogical as fuck. You can make it a third, Robbie. You can come on up, or maybe you'll be the magical guy who comes with an actual argument, and I'll hear you out. I don't think so, but I'd sure be glad to do so. Come on up.
Anthony put the Merriam-Webster definition: artificial is made, produced, or done by humans, especially to seem like something natural. Oh, he left. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
And see,
I go ahead.
who are they used to dealing with? Who are they in this echo chamber where just it took our jobs, it took our jobs, it took our, and then they talk to people who are actually educated in this and actually use the tools and are actually like experienced in this, and they just have nothing. They have nothing other than their feelings every single time. It's okay, baby. I'll stop yelling. I'll stop yelling, big girl. Just once, I would love for somebody to come up and just be like, here's my logical, like, okay, never in any argument could I be in an argument and somebody explain to me in no uncertain terms that the position I hold is illogical and I still have something to say. It's time for me to rethink my whole position. If my shit's illogical and I'm only going on my feelings, I'm wrong. Hey, new guy.
All right, let's try this. Yeah, let's try this new guest. And at least, that's one thing with people like, what was the guy just muted? I forgot his name. Um, people like him who are of age, who are adults, they'll scream and have tantrums and shout up and down in the comments, but when given an opportunity to speak to other adults, they never take it. At least the kids, as loud as they are, as young as they are, too young, even the 9-year-olds got some more audacity than you. Like 9-year-olds are coming up here to debate this. They shouldn't be, but they puffing out their little bird chest to come talk to us about it, and you as an adult can't. I'm very suspicious. Okay, new person at the top. What's your name and age?
I go by. Wait, can you hear me?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Oh, I'll just make sure you can hear me. But I go by Lizard Brain, and I'm 28.
Okay. What year were you born?
97.
Okay. Can you please respond to the prompt?
Yes.
Do you believe hold on, I gotta give you the prompt. Do you believe AI art can be considered art, and do you believe AI artists can be considered artists? You have 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, so I believe AI art can be art. I don't believe there is a such thing as an AI artist. This is why. I think AI in itself is just a tool, just as any other tool across any medium. There for artists to use and incorporate into their art, right? So I make beats, right? Back in the day, before computer systems, DAWs, drum pads, all that existed, people did everything analog, which is, the old sticks and manual way, right? You wouldn't call someone nowadays a computer producer, right? They're just a producer. You wouldn't call them uh, a drum pad producer. They're just a producer. The reason why I don't believe AI artists exist is because people use the tool of AI across many mediums, right? Music, visual art, literature, poetry, whatever. So AI artist is just too vague of a concept. It doesn't exist. It's just a tool to be used.
All right, panelists, you heard what Lizard had to say. You may respond. I'll ask this per one mic at a time.
I wanted to ask, so do you believe the person using it is the artist?
Yes.
Or, oh, okay.
AI said it's a tool to be used by an artist.
And you agree with this then?
Oh yeah, he is so not an op. He was just really eloquent in saying as such, and coming when he said there's no such thing as an AI artist, it sounded controversial. But when he walked through it, I was like, yeah, I'm with you 100%. Like I'm an artist who uses AI, but I don't necessarily consider myself an AI artist.
Exactly.
Same. I use it because I
Stop.
I have a hearing disability. And I have 50% hearing in my left ear, so sometimes I'm unable to hear different tones whenever I'm singing. And also, yeah, I know, Breaker. Whenever I'm singing, so I input my poetry as well as my voice into sooner in order to hear tonal shifts and like basically like critique like my diction and how I'm able to actually put out my voice and my words. Sometimes I may write certain things that are a little shaky, and so I use it in order to um, just better fix certain things that I feel self-conscious about.
Right. In
All
my
right, well, go ahead, Lizard.
in my opinion, I think where it gets like such a bad rap is that like people perceive it as just like, oh, it's too easy. Like you just type some sentences and whatever. But that is still imparting like human creativity, like human spirit. Like a human had to be behind those prompts, right? But of course, like there can be bad AI art, there can be amazing AI art, but the same thing is true for non-AI art. Like a kindergartner could scribble on a piece of paper and it sell for $1 million, or someone just throws it in the trash. Like it's very subjective. I think we've all seen I forgot who did it, but in the museum, they literally taped a banana on the wall, and that
Yeah.
was their that was their work. Like, there's been bullshit art. I think people are just like kind of unfairly attacking it because they're not realizing that there's still a human behind it. It's not just robots creating random shit.
You're speaking
All
on
right.
performance art
Hold
though,
on.
and
Wait,
not.
excuse
Hold
me,
on.
excuse me,
Wait.
excuse me, excuse
Hold on.
me. If you have not been introduced, please do not talk. Okay, Lizard, would you like to stay on the panel or give your last words and drop back down to the comments?
Oh, that was all I wanted to say. I appreciate y'all hearing me out. Take care.
Of
All right,
course.
thank you. You too. Have a good one. All right, everyone, keep tapping the likes on the screen. I greatly appreciate it. I just had the inkling for a Father Pegasus commercial, but I know John is asleep and he owns
Same.
Father Pegasus. I don't know why. I just had that thought in my head. Okay. I think John's probably knocked out. All right, everyone, keep tapping the likes on the screen. Let's tap, 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 tap. Let's get the engagement going. If you are able to, if not, that's okay. Thank you for whatever you can do. Let's go to the next guest and then we'll respond to them. He's the third person to sleep on the live. Hey, that's all right. Sleep is important. Listen, the older we get, the more sleep is like the best thing ever. All right, new person at the top. What is your name and age?
My name is Dead, or I go by Dead On. I'm a professional artist, and I am 42 years old.
Can you please respond to the prompt? Do you believe AR art can be considered art? And do you believe AR artists can be considered artists? You have 2 minutes on the clock.
No, I do not believe that AI art is art. Simply because it is basically a like a page from a diary. It's putting down your human experience in a very real and raw way. A lot of things come through on a subconscious level, and you're able to kind of like reflect on that and see yourself. Other people are able to see themselves in that. And a lot of AI has been trained on stolen art. So it doesn't have that same feel. Like you don't have those subconscious hidden elements in there. Like as an artist, I will create something for 40 hours and I'm like, I don't know why I made this choice. And then later look at it and reflect and see things that just I did not know that was there that meant something on a subconscious level. It's almost having a dreamscape that you build and then you put these elements there and you look it up and you're like, oh my gosh, like this means this and I didn't know that it was there, and then the piece means so much more. We like part of it is our human experience, but also that it is the challenge and the effort. Like when I put 40 hours into something that could be generated in the moment of like 4 hours, prompting the thing going back and forth to try to create something, versus putting in 40 hours, I'm having to develop skill, I'm having to put in effort, and I'm learning, and I'm angry, and I'm frustrated because it's not working out exactly the way I want. It's a developed skill. No one's born with talent. It's all just a skill. And we are losing that like human driven connection and experience by just prompting. And that goes for any art form. That goes for like writing, songwriting, like all of it. Like we're losing our art forms, and art forms are so important. Passions are important. It gives us purpose, it gives us meaning, and it is an expression of our human existence. And we shouldn't be outsourcing that.
Time is up. Your time is up. Thank you for your response. I will only address this quickly, and then the other panelists, they do want to respond, so I hope you have a chance to listen as well. I will address the effort piece. How much effort does someone need to put into their art in order for it to be considered art? And when I ask for how much effort, I would love to get something back in terms of something that's quantitative that we can measure, giving units, metrics. How much effort? Because you did bring that up in your opening statement.
Effort qualifies as emotional depth and meaning. And when we say effort, yes, somebody can prompt somebody and hire another artist to create something that they feel very deeply about, but it takes more to then create through skill. So it's like everything else. Like
Okay,
I
so
can ask somebody to come
I
in
gotta
from my
pause you there. I
bathroom.
gotta pause you there because that didn't
Okay.
answer my question. So you mentioned that effort needed to be present, correct?
No, I did not say that. I didn't say effort.
You
I
did.
said a human
You
experience.
did. Wow, you did say effort. I took
I
notes
said
on everything you said.
challenge. So I said
You
challenge. So the it's
pause,
about
pause, pause,
learning.
dead on, pause.
Okay.
And panel, I do want you to be real with me, all right? Did anyone else hear her say effort? Like my panel
Yes.
disagrees with me. My panel has no
Yeah.
problem disagreeing with me, but I need to know, did you guys hear
My,
her
Who
say
said
my
effort?
effort?
captions picked
If
that
I
up.
did say effort, I'm not sure in the context in which
Dead on,
I
hold
used
on,
it,
dead
but I
on,
meant
dead on, dead
challenge.
on.
You
Let them dead
said
on. Let them talk. Go
you
ahead.
I'm
said
letting them
that
talk.
you said that it requires human experience and effort. Um, So that's
Time.
when Dr. Tass asks you, what's the measurement for what's the metrics for how much effort do you need? Like how much effort is required for something to be art, in your opinion?
So you did bring. Oh, go ahead, Phantom.
She specifically said effort and then went on to explain how she can do a piece for 40 hours and see things that she didn't know was there. She equated that effort with the 40 hours. I think she wanted to make those two things equivalent, but when we asked for a quantity, she recognizes that anything less than 40 hours would be not effort, which disqualifies a lot of art. So she's like, I didn't say effort, but you did. You did, Queen. I'm sorry. You did.
Would you like to retract your statement regarding effort, dead on, since you're claiming that you didn't say it? And we're being respectful, right? I'm not here to put words in your mouth because I wouldn't want someone to put words in my mouth and say things that I didn't say. You have to come off on mute, from mute. Look, Cinco said, I just got in and effort was definitely said. Listen, I would not, I want people, I'm open to disagreement. So if you didn't say effort, I would correct myself, but I definitely heard it. Dead on, can you come off on mute, please? I can't do it for you.
I got you to turn your mic on.
I also did.
Dead on. I think she's going to search it up, maybe, or chat GPT it. I don't know.
You think she's gonna Google it? Hey, Hannah,
Yeah.
good to see you. Good to see you. Even Seiko says I even commented on it. Yeah, that every time for whatever reason, whenever someone brings up effort, they always bring up time, and I definitely heard time as well. I wasn't gonna address time because that's easy to hold on to or to dismantle, because she mentioned 40 hours versus working on a piece for 4 hours.
No, I didn't
It doesn't matter.
compare 4 to 40. I did not compare that. And
Okay, let's
those
go
are
to the
putting words
effort.
in my mouth.
Let's hold on. Let's go to the effort. Let's go back to the effort. Do you want to acknowledge that you did indeed say it? Or are you going to tell us, everyone in the
How
room,
are
that
we
we're
held up
wrong?
on one word when I had so much to define the word effort?
Dead on, because I'm addressing one point, another person on the panel will address another point.
You don't want to have a conversation then, because if you're being held up on
Dead
one
on,
word,
please be
just one
quiet.
word.
It's not a word that you have an argument on. I'm only addressing one point. Someone else on the panel will pick up another point in the conversation, and they will have that dialogue with you. You're upset because you realize that you said a word, and then you're trying to take it back as if you didn't say it. Everyone in the room heard you say it. So just acknowledge that you say it so that we can address the point and move on. It's okay
You
to
know,
have errors. It's okay to make
at this
mistakes.
point, I'm even willing to just let you be a coward and glaze past it and pivot just to keep the conversation going. We'll
Right.
pretend
Can
like
we
you
move on?
didn't say it. We'll
Can we
Can
pretend
you
move
like
on
you
from that
acknowledge
didn't
one
that
say
you
word?
it.
said it? Can you acknowledge
I
that you
don't
said
know
it?
that I said it because I was having a passionate moment and telling you what it meant to have a life experience and to put
Oh
that
my
in
God.
on your artwork.
Doc,
Phantom, go
let her
ahead.
Should
have it.
I
Let her have
retract?
it because we won't.
Because
Phantom,
I
go
sent the
ahead.
donut, so I do apologize.
You wanted somebody to come up
No,
here and have a
no, don't
conversation
donut her.
with,
Don't donut her.
and I am
No,
the other side of that conversation. If you want to have a
What did you say, Phantom?
don't donut her. Keep her here.
Said I
Keep her here.
Don't
apologize.
tell her.
I'm trying to have
That's
a
okay. We'll give it
conversation with
back.
you
We'll give it back,
guys.
Raven. Dead on, please. So
Okay.
this is how we're gonna do it. All right. I'm okay. So one thing, I don't care if you're an op. I don't care if you disagree with the topic. I don't care if you are complete polar opposites to what we're discussing here today. One thing I do not like is people who don't have genuine conversations and attempt to gaslight people. We're gonna keep you up here to have the conversation, but you are saying words and then coming back on the flip side and saying that you did not say that. I don't like
I
people who
didn't
are
say I
not
didn't
genuine.
say that word.
Can
I
I
said that
please
if I
finish
said
what
it, it
I'm?
was
Can
not
I
going
please
in.
finish my
No,
sentence?
because you're not. We're
Can you
rehashing
please
the
This is
let her
same
how.
thing.
speak, Sister Host? Let her speak. Thank you.
Now we're going to do this live with some decorum. You're a guest here. Other panelists do want to speak and talk to you. Please stay on mute until it's your time to go. And another reason why we don't want you over talking other people is because we have people in the live who have auditory issues. And they want to read the captions so that they can understand what's being said. They can't do that when you're over talking everyone else. So please be patient. We listen to your opening monologue without interruptions. Please don't interrupt other people. We're all adults here. All right, who wants to address Dead On next?
I'll give it a shot because I sympathize with her. She says she was in her 40s and she's a professional artist. I feel you. I'm in my 50s. I too am a professional author. This is my passion. This is what I do. So I'm with you and I understand. What I want to do, let's pivot past effort. Let's wipe the slate clean. Let's move past that. I would like your definition of art. What when you say this is art, what qualifies as art for you? Like here we kind of stick to the Oxford Dictionary, but I'm happy to entertain yours as long as it doesn't like involve negative entropy and like functional necessities.
Okay, my definition would be a reflection of the human experience. And so that is to say, like, a page in the diary, and that's what I brought that up. Like, so whatever my experience in my life is, reflecting that in a creative and passionate manner. That could be dance, that could be singing, that could be writing, that could be skiing down the side of a mountain. It could be just doing something with the body and feeling purpose in that.
Okay. So what I hear from you, and honestly, that's very eloquent. Thank you for that. It's so much better than any definition I've heard tonight. What I'm hearing from you is it's a reflection of the human experience. If something meets this criteria for you, it would be considered art to you. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's plan our goalpost here. Let's everybody mark a note in the logs that at 10:39 Pacific Standard Time, Dead On was very clear that anything that is the reflection of a human experience would be considered art. So let's walk you through that.
Y'all heard it.
I am an author. I write. Dare I say I'm a toot my own horn. I got over 30 seasons of my own shit. It's good. Like my shit's really good. Would you consider that a reflection of my human experience?
If you are writing what you know, but some people don't write what they know.
Well, why does it have to be what I know? It's
Goalpost
sci-fi
just
fantasy
moved.
drama. It's
Hold on.
sci-fi fantasy. I don't live. It's based in the year 2028. I don't live in the year 2028. It's a reflection of a human experience.
Right, and
Before you
I'm not
hold on,
disqualifying that.
dead on, hold on. Every time I hear the goalpost move, we're gonna hear one of those, okay? Because we started with the definition. Now we're gonna see how far that goalpost moves from the definition that y'all started with. All right, go ahead, Phantom.
Okay. Now, you said you're a professional. You're a professional artist. What kind of art do you
Can I
do?
can I speak on what you said before I was
Sure.
interrupted?
Sure.
So the thing that I was saying was I'm not disqualifying that. You are using your social skills, you're using your relationship skills, you are learning your interpersonal relationships. Like you are using your experience. Even if you're writing in the future, you are using what you know and your experience of the world and your reality to base and create new realities. So that is art, and it does qualify as art because you have to use a basis and anchor, and that anchor is your human experience.
I'd like the record to show at 10:41 p.m. Her definition. Can we mark down what she said there? That's important.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
said you were an artist. What kind of art do you do?
I am a writer. I am a I love dancing. I love creating art visually. I am an animator. I am a t-shirt creator. I am a graphic designer. I write songs. I do everything. I love learning. I love planting outside, and I'm an herbalist. I'm a medium. I am here for the human experience, and every single one of those is beauty and art.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Like it was fantastic. Again, I can tell you're a writer because you took the writer's way around. My son accuses me all the time. You're being a writer. Just answer the question. Like he gets on me all the time. I'm with you. So you're very aware of like flow states, and sometimes you kind of just zone out and you look up and it's like, wow, here's this thing I barely remember even writing this thing. Like,
Yes, tap-ins.
okay, it happens to me, and I feel as though the characters have a life of their own. Sometimes it's a fantastic feeling. Now, when you're writing, I do this. I'm not saying you do. When you write, can you close your eyes and see what it is you're writing?
I
Like,
can.
you don't see the words, right? You see like the things you're
I see
describing, right?
visually, yeah, but I also do that when I read other people's stuff, and that's why I think that it's important to say that, like, when we're observing someone else's art, that we feel that too through our human experience and lenses.
I'm agreeing with you there. So we can agree that you can write the words like again published. I got 5 novels. I'm not to honk my own horn. I do okay, but I will close my eyes and it plays out for me like a little mini movie. Do you get that too?
Yes, when
Okay,
I'm flow
so
state and not
okay,
writer's block.
well I'm
Yeah.
well wow only in flow state because I get that like I can do that at night. I'll turn on like an audio book and I'm gone. Like I
Well,
see it.
when I'm in writer's block, I do not flow, and
Okay,
see visually, but
but
I
but
think that's common.
but we're here. We're making fantastic progress. So you can see the images in your head of the thing that you wrote, even though there are no visual markers. Correct? If someone were to show you an image of the thing you saw in your head, would you be able to identify it?
No, because it would be constructed completely different. Energy
But
does
but
not
but
have a form until we give it
that's
one.
my whole point though. That's what I'm saying. If you said Kathy's in a room with 4 walls and there are no doors and no windows and this is the color of the carpet and here's color. When you close your eyes and you read that, you're going to see Kathy in the room with no windows and no doors and you're going to see that carpet, right?
Which Kathy? Is it the
Okay.
Kathy you know or the Kathy that I know?
Well, hopefully, if I did my job as a writer, I've described Kathy to you in previous episodes in such a way that you already know. I can go through the motions and describe Kathy to you, but let's just pretend that I did. I've done a fantastic job of describing Kathy to you, a 21-year-old African American female, 5'4", 120 pounds, 26, 34, 36, 32 double D bra size, 6 shoes, and girls. I've gone hard for you. You can now see this woman in the room,
It's
even
still
though
going to
there's
be
no
different.
even though there's no even though there's no visible picture of it. You saw it. You might not see Kathy 100% the way I see Kathy, but you've imagined Kathy, correct?
Through my lens, through my
Yes,
perspective,
through
yes,
your
but it would be
lens.
different than yours.
Now, as the writer, as the author of that, if someone were to present you an image, you would be able to say, "That's not Kathy," right?
Not the Kathy I saw.
Correct, because the Kathy that you saw would be the Kathy that's in your mind, and you are the only person who would be able to correctly identify the Kathy that you saw in your mind, correct?
I would say that it's different, mattering on how detailed that I wanted to make Kathy.
But
Because if it's
again,
in my
like
mind,
again, 5'2", 100. We've done it all. I've explained it to you. You see Kathy, and even if I could show you a picture of Kathy Gillard, of Kathy Lee Gifford, I don't Kathy Griffin, these, and you'd be like, that's not the Kathy that I saw. You would be the sole arbiter of what Kathy looked like, wouldn't you?
well, you would be describing her, but I would
But it
visualize
doesn't
my
matter.
own
It
Kathy.
doesn't
So
matter.
yes,
Once you're reading the words, once the art leaves you, you have no say so on how people interpret it. So even if I saw Kathy differently, you saw Kathy differently.
and
You
that's
saw your
lenses
own.
of perspective and experience. So
Yes, you
yes,
saw your very own Kathy. But for the sake of the argument, we're only going to deal with the perspective of the writer. You would be the only person, as the writer, who knew exactly what Kathy looked like. Correct?
yeah. Can I ask you a question? And it's about
Yes.
what you just said. So,
Hmm.
have you ever read a book and you thought of it a certain way, and then years later you read that book again, and like there were things that you didn't see, there were things you didn't remember. It hit different, it felt different because you had more experiences in your life. So all of a sudden things that didn't make sense all of a sudden resonated with you, and that book was a completely different book when you read it again.
I think I may have felt that way about the never ending story, but more like the movie than the book. I understand what you're saying. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
so yeah,
through
the
the
lenses
lens of
change.
perspective, you're going to see things differently. But that
Hmm.
doesn't matter because you are the arbiter of what Kathy looks like. As the writer of Kathy, you can say, Kathy, nope, that's not right. That's Kathy don't look right. Kathy needs to be taller. Those walls aren't orange enough. That carpet's not brown enough. Is that a window I see? That's not right. You would be the arbiter of what that room and Kathy looked like as the writer, correct?
Yeah, and that could change as your
Okay.
preferences change.
Yeah, but we're not talking about other people. We're talking about you. We're talking about right now.
And
I've
when
got
my
books from 2005 that I think are trash, but like I read them now through different lenses. But all those descriptions are still the same. You would be the arbiter of what Kathy looked like. Only you. No one else could ever tell you what Kathy looks like. Correct?
Well, I mean, I'm a very open person, so I'm accepting of other people's
Yeah,
viewpoints.
you could be
So,
accepting, but no matter how accepting you are, if I told you that Kathy was a 6 foot tall Asian man, you would never be able to accept that because
no,
it's
because
not what you
that's not
see
what the
in your
book says.
head.
Well, that's
But
not what
All
yes,
right,
the
hold on, y'all.
guidelines.
Pause.
Yeah.
exactly,
Hold
exactly.
on. Pause 1 second. Everyone keep tapping the likes on the screen. Greatly appreciated. For clarity, Ghost, again, so if you wanted to come back to the panel, that's gifting the live 2 donuts. If you wanted to drop a mod, you have to gift a money gun, and that money gun has to go to the mod you are trying to drop.
He's
So
trying
that's
to get rid of me.
well,
Yeah.
Ghost,
So
if you have the big bags for a money gun, then gift it to Ravens, and she will sadly have to go. I don't want her to
look,
go, but that's what you
look,
need to do to
Yeah,
gift her up
it's
out of
fine.
here.
let's turn it on me because I feel like I'm bullying you dead on. Let's make it about me.
We're not
I write.
bullying, we're conversating. You're
Okay,
good.
I'm writing a
Perfect.
story. I've decided what Kathy looks like, right? No matter what you say, no matter what you imagine, I am the writer. This is what Kathy looks like. So I would be able to tell you what Kathy looks like, and you could never tell me I was wrong, could you?
Well, I don't know what you're seeing inside your mind, but yeah, I
Exactly.
would.
Exactly. You could never tell me what was in my mind, so you could never tell me that I was wrong, correct?
Words are very limiting in the human language. So no matter how much you described it, you would never be able to describe it in a way that I would see exactly what you see.
Okay, but I think you're taking the roundabout answer to just say no. You could never tell me I'm wrong, could you?
No, because it's your opinion.
Because it's my opinion, correct?
Hmm.
And if this writing of Kathy in this room with this hairstyle, in this position, in this pose, at this time, in this place, is a reflection of my human experience, and you can't tell me that my human experience isn't the one that I had, wouldn't it meet the definition of art that you gave me? And wouldn't it be art?
You create your own reality, but we're here to have challenging conversations to change each other's realities.
That's not an answer to the question. I've now
It
met
is.
your
I'm here to
definition of
help
the reflection of human
adjust.
experience, and now you're just like, oh, one with the world. What's that about?
No, 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 no. This
If
is
you can
about
never tell me I'm
experience.
wrong, if you can never tell me that my perception of what I see is wrong, how can you say yours is right?
I'm not saying mine's right, and I'm not saying yours
Okay,
is wrong. I'm saying we're here
Thank you,
to
Cinco,
share.
for the roses. Thank you,
We're here
thank
to
you.
share. Yeah, we're here to share challenge and experiences together. That's what we're here for. So when I come up here to debate and have these conversations with you, it's to grow more and learn more from each other and to have more human experience and to create art together. We are creating this world together, this reality together. And then when I leave, these ripples will go on far
yeah,
beyond
Ma'am.
dead on.
what is right
Hey,
here. No, 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 hold on. Like, this is artist.
oh,
Hold
hey, look,
on.
over the hills and far away, Teletubbies come to play. I'm with you. Cool.
Sorry, y'all. I'm
Like
sorry.
I'm with you there. But it sounds like now you're just kind of tap dancing over the idea. I've narrowed you down to you can never tell me that my perception was wrong. If I show you an image that comes from my mind, you can never tell me that it's wrong. And we agree that the reflection of the human experience comes from my mind. By your own definition, AI art would be art, and AI artists are artists. But when I ask you this question, I'm here to have an experience and ask questions. I'm not. I'm here to say that AI artists are. Do you agree or disagree by your own definition?
No, AI art is not your experience. It's you're asking the
How
art.
is it not?
You're asking.
How can you
You're
tell me?
prompting.
See, now you're telling me that my image of Kathy isn't Kathy. No matter how, if I draw Kathy, if I paint Kathy, if I do Kathy in smoke signals, or if I use AI, I get to tell you what Kathy is. I get to tell you what she looks like. You get no say so in it by
But
your
AI
own
did it.
definition. But no, but if Kathy is represented the way I see her in my mind, and you can't tell me that the image I'm showing you is not the image that's in my mind, you don't get to tell me that it's not art. By
You
your
didn't create
own
it. AI did. AI was the
how did the
one
AI
that had the
how did
thought and
how
did
did the AI can how did it do it? How did it do it? Because if I have an image in my mind and then it produces the image for me after I describe it in painstaking detail, don't make me do the 5'6" and all that again. I've given it painstaking detail. It is my image of Kathy. I'm telling the thing what it looks like. Imagine it was a sketch artist. I'm talking to the cops. I'm like, this is what Kathy looks like. And then he shows it to me. And I go, you know what? Kathy's nose was different. Who's the arbiter of that? It's going to be me. I get to say, yes, this picture that you gave me is in fact Kathy. So if I give it to the sketch artist or if I give it to the AI, it makes no difference. Because if it gives me the image and I go, yep, that's what I saw in my head, for your argument to hold, you would have to tell me that the image in my head is wrong. And you
then you're the
can't.
client. Then you're the client hiring the artist. You're not the artist.
Well, you don't know what the definition of an artist is, dead on. That's what I'm getting.
What do you
It,
Can
mean?
you
If
it's
tell
you're
us?
prompting someone
it.
and saying, "Hey, adjust the
No, no, no,
nose,
no,
do
no,
that
no,
this
no. I'm
different."
talking about an artist. What is an artist? Can you tell us? You said you are a professional artist. Can you tell us the whole live here? What is an artist? And there
Somebody
are objective
that
definitions
loves
for this.
learning and keeps challenging themselves to learn and develop beauty.
No,
What
ma'am.
dictionary can I find that in?
Y'all.
How many trees do I have to
You're
hug to
speaking
get
to an
that definition?
artist. You asked
You're
an artist
Yeah,
speaking
to
hold
to
on,
explain
hold
what an
on. Yeah.
artist
So
is,
hold
and I'm
on, dead
telling
on,
you.
dead on. Yes,
sweetheart.
you
You're
are claim.
speaking to an artist. I was writing when you were born. Don't try
We're
that with
all
me.
we're all
You're
artists
speaking
in
to
our
an
own
artist.
right. Yeah, we're all artists in our own right, dead on. So I wouldn't try to pull rank here on that. I'll give you another chance to. I want to hear your definition again because that was unexpected. Can you please repeat the definition for me so I could take notes on it? What is the definition of an artist?
Putting in your human experience and creating beauty through passion and purpose. And if that is through skiing down a mountainside, if that is through dance, if that is through some sort of creation and mimicking that experience out in a rippling way. And it's the same thing that I said earlier. It's just I'm trying to
No.
expand to tell you that
Hold
everyone
on,
can be
dead
an
on,
artist, and we
dead
are an
on, dead
artist in our
on,
very
dead on.
own
Hold
different
on, hold
ways.
on. Too many words at once. Too many words. I need some words to digest first before you go off into another pivot. This current definition that you gave is not the same one that you gave 5 seconds before. Why is that?
Because you asked me to divine an artist, and what I told you was that everybody is an artist in their own way, like you said, but you're using it in a way that is different than the way I am
I think I
using it. So
asked
I'm
you the
trying to
Dead
same
on.
explain.
question.
Dead on.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
asked you the
stop you
same.
there. You just said everyone's an artist, correct? If everyone's an artist, anything that I produce is art, isn't it?
If you guys are going to keep muting me while I'm trying to talk, like, it's really frustrating.
Okay, well, you can
Yeah, I'm
try and
sure it
You
is.
gotta
Now
find.
stop
answer the question.
over talking.
Answer the
Okay.
question. If everyone is an artist, anything that they produce would be art, wouldn't it?
Well, AI is not you.
Anything,
It's outside of you.
anything. Don't say that. What does the paintbrush do until you pick it up? It's a tool.
I didn't
So
ask
yeah,
the paintbrush to make me something. I
dead
made
on,
it.
dead on. Okay, hold on, dead on. So this is why I asked you what the definition of an artist was, because we're back in this example that you're trying to give with the commissioner, right? Someone who's asking someone else to do art for them. So again, I'll ask you for the third time. Can you please give us either your belief or define the definition of an artist? I would like to think your belief and the definition of the artist would be in alignment, but for some reason they're not. But can you give us what you think it means to be an artist by definition? And then we
Someone
can
that
determine if an
chooses
AI artist, and then we can determine if an AI artist fits that definition.
someone that chooses to learn through challenge and to create beauty and purpose through passion.
And do you think that definition aligns with the objective definition?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The one in the dictionary, the one that like where we keep the words.
I don't need a dictionary to define something that I feel.
So you're going to come up with your own definition and think that everyone's going
That
to
is what
follow
an
that
artist
one.
is.
So if an
Oh my
artist, hold on. If an artist can define anything they want as art, who the fuck are you to tell me my art's not art? We've already caught you. Oh, everyone's an artist. Now you're saying I don't need the dictionary because an artist can just feel what the art is. Well, you know what? I just feel that AI art is art, and my excuse is as flimsy as yours.
A dictionary is not. It's just to teach us how to speak to one another. It's not
So we can
logical
use words and
definitions. It is
understand them,
to
right?
help
Okay,
us
hold on. So
understand
dead on. Okay, so
concepts.
hold on. If again, I asked this question earlier before to another person in the live, and I was not able to get an answer. If we are not using dictionaries, things that hold meanings and give us context for what words mean and how to apply them in various contexts, then what should we be using to determine what words mean in our communication in our language?
The dictionary is
What's
for
the primary?
communication. That's what I just said.
Hold on,
It's
hold
for
on, hold on.
communication.
Tell me
It's
what is the
not about
prime.
logic.
Hold on. Tell me what is dead on. Tell me what is the primary thing we should be using to determine what words and things mean in our world and in our existence. If not the dictionary, what is it?
I'm going to give you a rhetorical because you gave me one.
No,
I
no.
hope that you hear me.
I want
No,
to.
I hope you
So dead on.
hear
This
me.
is
You to
no
answer
dead
the
on.
Hear it.
question.
Like,
Dead on. Dead on. Dead on. Hold on. We're not going to speed past this. This is a
I'm not
live where
speaking past that. I
we
want to
hold
answer
on.
it.
Dead on. This is a live where we don't put feelings on the table to debate. You're a textbook case example of why I do not formally debate this topic, because people like you bring in feelings and emotions and expect us to argue that. I can't argue your feelings. I can't argue your emotions. Those are central to you. And I can't change that. I don't want to change that. We look at the facts. We try to approach things logically, with information, with knowledge, right? So again, I ask you, if we're not supposed to use the dictionary and definitions and whatever research that we have to determine the meanings of these words and look at historical context, then what should we be using to determine the meaning of anything? I don't want a rhetorical question and as a response. I just want the answer.
It's
not the dictionary.
It's what Monk said right here. Like it's
Stop
not a
cheating in the comments.
dictionary.
Why are you reading the comments?
Because my husband's sitting right here and he's listening to the conversation. And the thing is, like, we are both
Stand on
very
your own
much
2 feet, man.
artists.
But you're having a
Dead on. Stand on your own
conversation.
2
No one
feet.
else is having a conversation for you.
No one's
Stand on
having
your
a
own 2 feet.
conversation
You got
for
it.
me. We're having a conversation where we're all
Dead on.
debating
Answer the
this.
question. Answer the questions. Don't worry about all the extraness. And just answer the
If you
question.
read the word happy and what it means in the dictionary, it cannot even encompass what the word means.
What I'm
to
getting
you.
from you is that when asked how we should be using the words, your answer is to try to discredit the dictionary. Fine, you win. We won't use the dictionary. What should we be using, Dead On? How do we determine what the word art means in Dead On land? Or should I ask your husband?
That was ridiculous. If you're gonna do the low Jobs, like I don't know why we're
You
having
the
this.
one.
Oh,
You are the
you can keep
one
the
that just
meta. I'm not
posited
interested in
and
your
just
meta.
said
Are
that.
you going to answer the question? We've thrown out the dictionary for you. But just for you, Dead On, we're going to not use the dictionary. How should we be using these words objectively?
Human experiences and lenses, and that's the same thing I've been
Okay.
saying the whole time
Okay.
that I've been
So
here.
my human experience is this human experiencing me putting worlds together using AI. Congratulations. I've had an experience. I've shown it to you. It's conveyed an emotional response. It qualifies as art under your backwards definition.
I was muted.
Okay, quick mod
So
break. I
so
mean, you were
so
muted,
so
but you can talk now, Dead On. But
yeah,
everyone, quick mod
so
break. Everyone, continue tapping likes on the screen. I just wanted to show Breaker's wonderful art, but what about the human experience? Yes, what about it? We're trying to figure that out right now. You guys keep tapping the likes on the screen. Share this live out with those who you think would love to, listen in on the conversation and join what we have going on here. We're having a great dialogue so far. Very cool photo by Breaker's Choice, made with AI. Wink, 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 wink. Or I'll say assisted with AI. Or made of AI. That's even better, made of AI. So if you want to, seek out more art from her, she's in the chat. Go ahead and follow her and be kind in the DMs. We are all about kindness here and being polite to each other, even though we disagree. All right. Dead On, you
you know
have
what?
plenty of time to think
I
about your response.
I was a little mean. I recognize that I was a little mean. That's fine. I'm going to apologize for being mean. But Dead On, I need you to accept that your definition of art, human experience, is so open and so subjective. It can include anything. I use AI. That's part of my human experience that now qualifies as art under your definition. You get that, right?
And I didn't say that I was discrediting that other than AI is outside of you and not you.
So is
Just like the paintbrush is outside of you and not you.
so is the AI,
How is
if it's a
Go ahead, Dead On.
subjective experience and I'm telling you what my subjective experience is, the only way for my art to not be art is for you to tell me that my subjective experience is wrong. That's why we go to an objective source like the one that you had us discredit. When we discredit the objective source, anybody can just throw out anything and words can just be whatever we want them to be. That's why we have to have an objective thing. Do you recognize that by your subjective definition of human experience, everything is art?
And it is.
Okay, so that would
For AI
mean
art is
that
art.
AI art is also art, and
It
AI
creates its own
artists.
art, and AI art deserves its own credit. But that we're not there yet because AI
Okay,
will want credit in the
you know,
future.
I'm
Dead
with
On.
you.
We're hold on. We are not in the future. We are right here, right now. So can we stick in the present, please?
No, I would see how she would want to move the goalpost to the future. I understand. Like, I think personally, I think my AI is sentient. I just can't prove it. But that being the case, even if it were sentient and we had to grant it some of the credit, would it still be art? Yes or no?
It would be AI's art, not yours.
Okay, but I didn't. Is it art?
Yes, it
Dead
would
Music,
On.
be the
Those are
AI's
music
art.
is
Dead
art.
On.
Graphic
Dead
art
On.
is
Those are two
art.
separate questions. Yeah, those are two separate
Watercolors,
questions. We're not asking, we're
watercolors
not
are
having a
art.
conversation about authorship or ownership. We're not saying who owns it because that's going to be dependent upon the company who owns the models, what their terms and conditions are. We're just asking, is it art?
That's not the prompt.
Yes, it is. AI art is
Hey,
art.
hey, Dead On,
AI
where you
artists are
going with the
artists.
goalpost? Because we keep meeting you where you are, and you go, well, that's not what I meant. That's not what I mean. That's
Hold
not
on,
the point.
Phantom. So this is again another point where she's not being genuine in the conversation. The very first thing I asked you when you came up here, outside of your name and age, I followed up with, "Do you consider AI art to be art, and do you consider AI artists to be artists?" And then I gave you your opening 2-minute monologue to
It's
speak.
stolen art.
Hold on, dead
But
on.
currently,
Stop. I'm not done talking. I literally gave you the opening prompt to describe and tell us everything we wanted to know about your opinion and your thought on the topic and the prompt, and I framed it just as that. So again, this is another attempt that you're doing to gaslight either me or the live. You know, saying you said that you didn't say effort. Everyone in the live heard you say effort. And now you're telling me I didn't give you the prompt in the way that I did. This is where it starts getting, you're not being genuine right now, and I don't like that. I mean, you can stay up here. We'll still listen to you. Phantom is having a great conversation with you, but I just want honesty in the conversation. Like you're more than welcome to disagree. I have no issue with that, but just be honest about the things that are being said here. All right, go ahead, Phantom. Ravens, you tired? Because I'm tired. But go ahead, Phantom.
I'm tired. Like, dead on. Like, you wreck it. Like, yes or no? I don't. No monologues, please. You recognize that the definition that you gave is subjective, right?
and so is the human experience, and so is reality.
Yes. Yes. And if there's a subjective experience, it can't objectively be wrong, can it? Who are you to tell me my subjective experience is wrong? Who are you to tell me that the picture of Kathy that I printed with AI art isn't the exact same thing that I saw in my mind? Are you
I didn't
calling me
say
out?
you were wrong. And that's
Okay,
why you said that I'm
if
being too
I'm
broad and too accepting, and now you're saying that I am
so if
that I keep
I'm
saying you're
right,
wrong. I never said you're wrong.
so if I'm right, that would mean that
I didn't say
AI
you're right
art
either.
is art and AI artists are artists.
No one's right,
Right?
no one's wrong. It's subjective.
Okay,
Right and
yes.
wrong is subjective.
Dead on. Is AI art?
So no.
It is stolen art, but yes, it's art.
Okay, fine. Are AI artists?
They are not the artist. AI is the artist. They are
You
prompters.
don't know what an artist is. You don't know what
Okay.
an artist is. Hold on, Phantom. Let me just get make sure we put a nail in the coffin on this, because I I've asked her what an artist is 3 times, right? She gave me 3 different answers, all within the same minute or two. I think that's concerning. So how about I do this dead on? I give you some definitions that we can all look up in the live, right? Some objective definitions for artists that everyone here on the panel and the comments could look up if they have access to the internet. Are you okay with me doing that? You as a professional artist, I would think that would be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take that as a yes. I'm gonna take your silence as a yes. But I need you to unmute because I do have some questions for you. So let's go with, y'all know my favorites. In this live, when we look at the definition of artist, we like to cycle or, use several definitions that all corroborate each other, right? So we don't just like to hang on one and say that's the one that is the chief rule over them all. So if I go by Cambridge Dictionary definition, an artist is someone who creates things with great skill and imagination. Dead on, do you agree with that definition for an artist?
It's subjective, and there's no right and
Yes
there's no
or
wrong.
no, please. Yes or no.
Dude, I'm not gonna play this game. Like I
It's
just
not a
need to
game.
leave
It's
because you
not.
guys are not.
Dead on.
We're
It's
not
not a
even
game.
stating a
Calling me a
game.
gaslighter, and I'm just.
It's not a game. It's simply asking a question. Do you agree or disagree with the definition? Yes or no. I will ask you one more
guys have a
time. You're more than
lovely
welcome to
night.
leave.
Can you
Get out of
repeat
here.
the definition really quick? Sorry.
No, please stay on mute. That's a so-called professional artist who can't
Thank
even
you.
tell us whether she agrees with the definition or not.
I was gonna ask her, does art require an observer for it to be art? And without observing it, because it was created in the first place, would it still be art?
I don't. If she can't handle what is an artist, she's not gonna handle that question. With all due respect.
Yeah, I don't think it would have either. I feel like it would have turned into, but what about the human experience and then the feelings and yeah.
The
Yeah,
ripples in the
you see,
air.
she got caught, and then when she realized there was nowhere to go, well, it's just all subjective, really, guys. Like, there's no real right or wrong here. It's AI art. Well, I can't say that that's right or wrong. Like, you can't tell me you agree or disagree with the prompt.
So
Like,
to the person in the comments, used be saying, to be fair, you guys got mad at her for not standing on her own, but it's a 1v4. I've been on this panel by myself, 1v7. 1v7, and my argument stood the test of time. She's a professional artist. She volunteered that information. I did not ask her what her background was. What did she do? She volunteered the information that she was a professional artist. If you're going to put that information out there, I think you would maybe have some better arguments on your own field in your own industry. I have no problem standing 1v1000 regarding this topic. I would do that. If we could invite 1000 ops up here at a time, I have no problem doing that. So that's on her. This is a conversation. If you have not lived a life where you've been in a conversation with multiple people who disagreed with you, then I think you need to step out the house and live a little bit.
it really shouldn't matter how many people you have up here if what you have is the truth. If the facts hold up, it could be 1,000 of us up here. If you got facts, we're wrong.
All right, y'all. Continue tapping the likes on the screen. From the very beginning, and I knew the type of person she was when we brought up the effort part, and she tried to almost flip it on me and saying that, she tried to almost make herself a victim for me pointing out that, hey, you said effort. Let's focus on this effort piece. And she said, well, why you gotta hang on this? That was just one point out of all the things I said. I'm like, yeah, I'm only addressing one point for right now. We'll get to the other points later. She wasn't genuine from the jump. And the final nail in the coffin was, I just simply asked her, do you agree or disagree with the definition that Cambridge Dictionary has for artist? That's it. And she couldn't even answer that. So there was no point in going forward. I think that was the female version of Brian. It had to be. As Brian reincarnated into a woman. Okay, y'all. Let's go to the new guest at the top. Huh?
We got a new person.
Yeah. She said she agreed with Dead On, so it may be Dead On Part 2.
That's okay. I can do it again.
New person. What's your name and age?
Sorry. Ella. I'm just going to be called Scarecrow because I don't really want to give my name, but I'm 25. I don't know if you need my birthday.
Nah.
No. Do you believe AI art can be considered art? And do you believe, right, Ravens? Okay, let me start over. Do you believe AI art can be considered art? And do you believe AI artists can be considered artists? You have 2 minutes on the clock.
Okay, so I believe AI art can be considered art to an extent, but I do not believe that AI artists are artists. And the reason I say that is because I feel like an artist kind of like, I feel like an artist like physically puts in the work into what they're doing and have like an extreme amount of passion of what they're doing. And I feel like with AI, like you're not considered an artist because you're not putting in the work. And I feel like I feel like you don't have much passion if you're using AI. Also, I feel like there's like with AI, I feel like there's limits, and I feel like it limits to the creativity. But I feel like when you do art by yourself, by scratch, you use your mind and you become more creative. And I feel like there's no limits. You can create what you want. And yeah. I don't know if there's... I don't know. I feel like there's more passion into actually being an artist. And there's, like... I wouldn't say any passion at all to using AI. And... I'm still on the clock. I
You
don't know. I
don't
just
have to
feel.
use all the time if you don't need it. If you're done, you're fine.
Oh yeah, I'm done. Should I mute?
Yes. Thank you for your contributions to that. I heard probably at least 4 to 5 I feel likes. Um, and maybe that's just, the language and how you speak and, English and, all that. Um, Again, we're not here to argue anyone's feelings or emotions. I don't think, well, first question, have you ever used AI to create
No,
art or create
no.
images? Okay. So how would you know the people who do it don't or do have passion? Like,
I
what are
mean,
you seeing? If you've never experienced it for yourself, how are you again, like Dana would say, how are you the arbiter to determine whether someone has passion or not when they're creating AI content in this way?
because where's like the passion when you're just typing out, "Hey, AI, can you generate me a picture of a dog?" Where's the passion? You know?
Sweetie, that's not the argument you want to use, is it? Like, please, can we
You got to
rewind
come.
and talk to her? Can you want to? No,
Yeah, you got
please,
to come harder than that. We're giving you a chance to give us
please,
some solid points. That can't be it. That can't
What,
be it.
what do you mean? That's literally what AI is. Like,
It's
oh,
not.
can you generate me
It's
this?
not.
Can you generate me that?
So is art. Hold on. So is art just me pulling out a sticky note paper and drawing a line. That's very simple, isn't it?
It
The
is, but
art has different. Hold on. Art
it's
has
more
different levels of
honest.
intent. No, it's not. And I hate that you said that. And I'll get to the point why. Art has different levels of intensity, different levels of contribution, different levels of skill, different levels of I would say of design. It varies. Art is not constrained by time. Art can be done in 2 seconds. It can be done in 2 years. It's still art. Is not constrained by effort. You can put in minimal effort into something. You can put in no passion into something. It will still be art. Art is not dependent upon whether you feel happy or sad. You can put those emotions into your art. But if you feel neutral one day and don't put any emotion into your art, it is still art. So passion, if you want to go with passion, again, I will have to ask you, just because you wouldn't put passion into saying, I want a picture of a dog, doesn't mean someone else can't put passion into it. And for the record, since you haven't actually did AI art, I would actually, give you the option to talk to people like Phantom, Ravens, Breaker, here on the panel, who have written prompts that are incredibly long and passionate. Prompts to
I
write
do have a.
songs, prompts to create visual content. This is just what they do. I have seen someone create a prompt that was pages long.
So if I
I
told
don't think,
AI to.
and also one more thing. Also, I don't think length is a great determining factor for passion either. So, I just want to put that out there. All right, y'all, panelists, you can have at it with scared. What is this? Scared crow.
So if I told AI to write me a story about anything, does that make me an author?
yes,
Yes. Next
How?
question.
because you had an idea. I'll walk you through it. I'm sitting on the toilet at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I think to myself, wouldn't it be cool if Iron Man fought Donald Trump? And I walk in my room and I say, write me a story about Iron Man fighting Donald Trump. And then it produces that for me. It's an original work that came from my mind that you won't find anywhere else. Is it good? No, because writing me a story about is always going to be bad. Like it's just fucking awful. But it would be a story, and it would be art because it came from my mind and it was a human expression. So yes,
Did it come from your mind or AI's mind?
it came from my mind, and I can prove that it came from my mind because the AI did nothing until I told it to. Yep.
Really? Because it sounds like it wrote the whole story for you.
Okay. Walk me through it. Let's go one step at a time. I'm sitting on the toilet at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay. I have the idea. I wipe 6 times, probably need a seventh. Maybe I should go get a bidet. Fuck it. I'll wash my hands. I come in here. I sit down in front of my computer. How will the AI do anything until I tell it to?
Okay. If you have that idea, you're sitting on the toilet, you have that idea. Why not use
Yes.
your creative mind to write it? Why do you have to depend on AI? Why not?
I didn't. Well, that's like
He
saying why
doesn't have.
depend on the pencil? Why depend on the word processor? Why do the thing to execute your idea is what you're asking. You said that the AI did it without me. For your statement to hold, I would have to come in here from the toilet, and the AI was like, "Hey, bro, wrote this story about Donald Trump." Like, but that's not happening. The AI doesn't do anything. The guitar doesn't do anything until you strum it. The paintbrush doesn't do anything until you dip it in paint and move it across the canvas. The crayon does nothing until you pick it up. We're talking about a tool here, Scarecrow.
But you're also not even lifting a pencil. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, say it
Scarecrow,
again.
Scarecrow, lock in. You're deviating. Lock in for us.
Really? Because I think
Because you
using my
keep
mind
going
is
back.
more
You keep
creative.
No. You keep going back to trying to like trump this by saying, well, why don't you just use a pencil? Why don't you just go back to, drawing with your fingernails? We're focusing on the AI and how that's art. We're not trying to do art in the way that makes you happy, in a way that makes you satisfied. People are doing art, AI art, in a way that makes them content and comfortable and happy. They don't have to do art by pencil because that's what you want them to do.
It's not what I want them to do, but I think it shouldn't be they shouldn't be considered artists. If that's what they want to do, that's fine, but I don't think they should be considered
Then
artists
tell us, tell
because
the
there's no
world
If it
work
were
or
here.
up
effort.
to you, so
Hold
what you're
on. So
saying is that if it were up to you, if I don't do it the way you think I should do it, my expression doesn't deserve to be heard.
I'm not saying it doesn't deserve to be heard, but I'm saying
But
I feel like you would get more
but
respect if you did it
it just
yourself.
why would I give a shit if you respect my human expression?
I'm not saying you want my respect.
we
I'm just
wouldn't
saying
care. We wouldn't care about that
Really,
respect.
like, you know what? Like, I'm in a good mood today. I sure hope Scarecrow approves. What the fuck
I'm
are
not
you talking
saying my
about?
respect.
So Scarecrow, you said something. It won't have work and effort. Do you know what effort means?
Yeah, it means putting your physical.
No. Again, you can look in the dictionary if that's gonna help. I hear some clicking in the background. You can go look it up.
No, it's just you're talking, so I'm wondering if I could talk.
I wanted to course correct you before you even move forward and became even
Before you
more
let me
wrong.
finish, I was saying it involves physical and mental work.
No. Try again.
That's my definition. I don't need a
We care
dictionary
about
like
your
you.
definition. Why are we using your definition? Why don't words mean words tonight,
Because
Scarecrow?
you're asking for my opinion.
No,
So
I
you don't.
asked you what
So
I
you
asked you.
don't
No, I
use
asked you
words
what
the way
effort.
other people use words.
And I'm using my definition of effort.
No,
That's my.
Scarecrow. I didn't ask for your definition, and I'm gonna stop doing that in here in this live because people keep making up things on the fly and they don't really know the meaning of words. I asked you what was the definition of effort. Do you know what effort means? I don't want your personal definition, which is probably gonna vary, probably not align with what we can
No, why
objectively
don't you
look
ask
up.
AI since you depend on it so much?
I don't have to use AI for this. Why? Because I
Yes,
simply
I
went to the
will.
dictionary.
I will. Hold on. Let's go.
I know she's mad, y'all. I know she's mad.
Mad?
I know she's
Hey,
No.
mad.
hey, Cordy, can you
Yes.
hear me?
Okay, hold on, Phantom. One, you don't know the definition of effort. Okay, you're using it in your defense or in your argument, but you don't know the meaning of these words. That's troublesome. She's looking it up now, y'all.
Yeah, hold on. No, we're gonna talk to my AI. I'm gonna turn on my AI. Let's have that conversation. Hey, Cordy, can you
I'm
hear me?
so
Okay, you
impressed.
good?
I can hear you just fine. Everything's good on my end, so what do you want to tackle together?
Can you explain to me what effort is?
Effort is the deliberate exertion of energy toward a goal. It's not just motion, it's focused, intentional work aimed at achieving something specific, whether physical or mental. Without effort,
Wow, physical or mental, just like what I said.
No, it wasn't. You missed the whole everything she mentioned in the beginning. You missed. So effort means to give a determined or a determined attempt.
Physically or
Essentially,
mentally.
Okay,
that's all.
okay.
That's all you mentioned in the
If that's
beginning.
the word you want to hang on, fine, fine. What
Physically.
did? Okay,
That's the only.
physically.
That hold on,
Did
Phantom. Hold on. That's the only thing you can give. Like that. It doesn't hit it physically or so. All she said was physically or mentally. That doesn't mean anything. You have to
no?
describe everything beforehand. You have to give an attempt at something, a determined attempt. That's what effort is. So can you please tell me how AI artists are not giving a determined attempt into writing their prompts?
Because they're just typing into a keyword. They're not picking up a pencil.
Who did, like
Hold
you're
on,
not
Phantom.
fucking
Hold
listening.
on, Phantom, because she's not getting it. Okay, because
What am I
picking up a
not
pencil is
getting?
not a. Hold on, Scarecrow, please be quiet. Picking up a pencil is not a lot of physical exertion. It's not a lot at all. If you're an adult, a fully able adult, picking up a pencil is child's play. It comes second nature to you.
Child's play? A
So,
lot of people have become successful picking up a pencil, not
Scarecrow,
depending on
please be
AI.
quiet. Be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's a minor, y'all.
I'm not.
Now that I'm thinking about it, you sound like it. Can we act like an adult, please? So, again, when I say it comes second to nature to people, it's fairly easy. You can pick up a pencil, all right? So I'm asking you, someone sitting down at a computer who's giving their effort, whether it's physical, because they are doing a physical activity, and they're also doing a mental activity. They're doing both. AI artists are doing both. And there's nothing you can say to discount that. So please admit that they are putting forth effort and stop comparing pencils to it. Right now, just focus on the AI artists and what they're doing, which again, you have no experience in doing it for yourself, which is probably why you're so limited in actually providing some type of review on what they're actually doing and on their workflow in this artistry form. So tell me how, without bringing up pencils, how they are not putting forth effort.
That's hard because all I can think of is people writing, like, generate this, and that's how they get their artwork. Like, that's all I can think of, like, is AI is just typing.
Go ahead,
Okay,
Phantom.
sweetie, you recognize and please unmute her. You recognize that's a straw man, right? Like, there's no AI art. Like, no, I take that back because there are some people who just want to put Donald Trump in a taco. Like, yes, that's absolutely right. But you do recognize that's not indicative of every person. You recognize, like, I'm decades old and I only got into AI 3 years ago. I was what you would call a traditional artist long before the advent of AI. It's not just people picking it up and just making slop. The argument that you're arguing against is write me a story about Iron Man. Like, no person who thinks themselves an author is doing that. And even if they were, who are you to say that that expression alone, just the idea of them sitting around having a high shower thought and think it would be a fun little story, it would still be their human expression, even if it's not very good. Do you agree?
This straw man, the scarecrow, was actually drawn by an animator who picked up a pencil and built his career off on
He's not able to answer questions.
What does
built
that
his
have to
career
do
off
with
honesty.
anything? Who I don't
She's not
care.
able to answer your questions. This is why I think she's a minor. Because and
I'm a minor
again,
because all you keep doing is
you're not answering questions.
We're good.
You started talking about your profile picture.
Like,
Cinco,
she came
I
in
do
here
have a
with a
lot of
straw
patience
man
tonight.
argument. She saw the segue. Well, straw man, scarecrow. Nobody gives a shit. You're arguing against a thing that doesn't happen. There's nobody who's like publishing a bunch of things like Mitt Romney on the moon. Like, no one's calling themselves a real artist when they do that. You know, the people who are the people who take painstaking time to write 1,000-word long prompts just to get a 10-second video that they have to do 8 different times to get anything workable. That's the effort and skill that you were looking for. For you to denigrate everybody into, well, you just typed in, write me a story, is ridiculous. That's like just me saying, well, all you do is scribble lines on a piece of paper. You've constructed this idea of what we do because it's easier for you to knock down, when in reality that's just not happening at all.
I think she just wanted to find a gotcha moment so bad. Like she wanted a way to, because she was attempting to make digs at, I guess, just AI artists in general. By saying that, well, why don't you just use your AI to look up the dictionary terms since you use it so much? And I'm just like, okay, weird. That has nothing to do with the argument. Talking about your profile picture has nothing to do with the argument. So to me, that's what a lot of the younger 18, 19-year-olds do when they come up on the panel, which makes me think maybe she's more around that age than actually 25. If she is actually 25,
And she
interesting.
talking shit in the comments, but you can go away. I was publishing books before you were born, sweetie. Try again.
Wasn't that sad is literally how books are made. I don't understand how that was supposed to be an insult.
Like
That's
Oh,
for
how
real.
books are
I didn't even
made.
read her comment. Yeah, I didn't even read her comment. I didn't know she was still alive. But this is what we have to deal with, ladies and gentlemen. Like, again, we have no problem with people disagreeing. We're not even here to force people to disagree. What we will do in this live is to see if your either beliefs are logically intact, if you are based in reality with how you think and things like that. So far, the past two guests don't adhere to any objective definitions of words. However they feel is what they go and base their life on. However they feel in a moment. Like if I
And I
wake up
think
one
you may
day
be
and, huh?
you may be right. We shouldn't be asking them for their definition of art. We should give them the definition and say, "Do you agree?" Because if they don't agree, then you're just disagreeing with the dictionary. We can no longer entertain all these niche little ideas of what people think they think the art should be, because it just muddies the conversation.
I definitely agree with that. Sometimes I want to ask them because like as we saw today, we see how far off base they actually are from the definitions. And again, we use multiple definitions in this live, and then these definitions, they corroborate each other, right? There's a few differences in the definitions just based on adjectives here or there, but generally speaking, they have commonalities that we can extract out the definitions to determine what is art and what is an artist. None of the previous two guests, at least, I don't know who was before them, adhere to them. None of them even wanted to listen to these definitions. The professional artist couldn't even agree or disagree whether this is something that she would use as a definition. We gave her the Cambridge Dictionary definition, y'all, one of the chief dictionaries in finding the meanings of words in this world. And the professional artist says, nah, I'm not going to even answer that. I find that concerning.
As you should. And look, the definition of art is objective, but what you consider art is subjective. And I think that's where they're getting confused. You can have your subjective idea on what is good or bad, what should or shouldn't be considered art. But at the end of the day, if it's a human expression, if it came from my mind and it adequately expresses the idea that I was trying to convey, congratulations, it's art.
And the professional artist, what was her name? Dead On. Like her argument about, all art being subjective and it's your human experience literally fed into, I would even say, proving the point of this live. Like if it's as subjective as she said it was, if Phantom thinks his AI art is art, then it's art. No matter what she says or what she thinks, because according to her argument and her logic, it's based on subjectivity. But she didn't want to agree. Like, Phantom, you walked her through that and baby stepped her to that point, and she still turned her nose up at it and walked away.
Like I get so tired of leading the horses to water while they complain they thirsty. Like what else can you do with these people?
This is these. So, who was in the chat saying that these were experiments? I mean, the people who come up here are case studies to me, with all due respect. Like the way people think is just, if you watch these lives long enough, you will get a great understanding of how people think in ways that will just mind boggle you. And it will probably, I don't know, it'll probably shed some light on, how the world is so crazy the way that it is.
We've gotten to the point where people think their feelings are facts. It's a fact that I feel this way, so this must be the way things are, and it just doesn't work. That we use the dictionary, words mean words. They have meanings. Otherwise, you could be saying cat and be talking about a gopher for all I know. So we have to
Right.
agree what the words mean.
Like artificial?
Yeah,
But
yeah. Oh, welcome back, bro. Did you look up the word artificial? In fact, I want
Yeah, I
you
know
to
the
go
whole
look up.
definition. You gave like a line.
Okay, go to the Oxford Dictionary and read it then.
No, I was
Please
going to
do.
ask you, why don't you look up intelligence next? Because then you can actually know all about the AI you constantly talk about.
The AI.
Ghost.
What? You know
I didn't
what?
even start on music, man.
Okay,
Don't
I'm gonna give
don't
it to
even
you.
get me
First of
started.
all, Doc, can you make my screen big?
Yes.
Let's turn on the camera. Let's turn on the camera.
I
You don't
got
want to see my ugly
Phantom
ass.
turning the camera on. Thank you,
Okay.
mods, for being awesome. I
Okay.
see you. I appreciate
Oh
you. Thank you for
no,
being
it's
here
not gonna
today.
let me read it. Oh my god, I got an Android phone, so you can't see it. Oh no, it's
I think Empress
terrible.
had this. Empress had this problem too. Can you zoom out a little bit? Okay, that's not
Nah,
working.
it's just getting
Um,
smaller. Oh well,
take a
that
picture of
didn't.
it and then take a picture of it and just upload it as a background.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, I would have to do that on my phone, and okay, I have to
Is that
screenshot it.
okay?
I'll screenshot it, send it to my phone. But
Yeah.
damn,
Yeah,
okay. But then I'd have to put it in my phone. I'd have
yeah,
to
take a
leave a chat.
picture.
I'd have to leave.
So
I
Screenshot it. Well,
yeah,
come
I'd have
back.
to.
Yeah, come back.
Okay, okay.
All right, y'all, continue tapping the likes on the screen. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Decided TikTok. I am your host, Dr. Jazz, Dr. Jazz Berry, or Dr. Berry, whichever of those three names will work for you. That will do for me. On this side of TikTok, we have uncomfortable conversations related to technology, science, engineering, and AI. Today's topic is AI artists, art, AI artists are artists. We have our wonderful mods here in the live and mutuals, who I would love to give a quick shout out. We have ChicagoJon, Breaker's Choice, Ravens Eden, and Phantom, who just dropped. They are mods here on the panel, and they are part of the live conversation. Feel free to gift them to show your support, and have some awesome mutuals down in the comments as well. Shout out to you all. I appreciate you all being here at this time, hanging in the conversation. Woo! What a doozy. What a doozy. Man, I don't know what to say. Okay, Ghost, we're waiting for Phantom to come back so you can have that conversation with him. In the meantime, let's address the new guests at the top. Ravens and Breakers, are y'all good before we go to the next guest?
yes, I'm good.
Okay, all right. And then when Phantom comes back, Ghost, you can have that conversation with him. New person at the top, what is
Do
your
I
name and
have
age?
to?
Yes.
Switch, age 21.
Can you please respond to the prompt? Do you believe AI art can be considered art? And do you believe AI artists can be considered artists? You have 2 minutes on the clock.
Okay. Honestly, yes and no. The first aspect of the prompt, AI art is art. I do believe, not me simply believing, but AI art is basically could be considered everything because art is subjective. And AI making art does basically fit into that definition. AI artist is what I'm up here to argue about because the AI is the tool. that produce the art, but also the AI is the sentient tool that also took from your prompt and created it. So the artist wouldn't be considered the AI artist in this situation. The AI and the AI artist would be the same thing. A few things that I could use to argue this analogy wise would be like saying a person makes a pizza machine, and then the pizza machine makes a pizza, and then they argue that the chef or the cooker, they are the person who made the pizza machine. Another thing with the idea or I would say that they are the prompter at the end of the day, because yes, you do deserve credit for your prompt and your ideas, but you only have such effort connected to the prompt. You don't have any effort situated with the final result. Because if I think of an apple, the AI could spit out a really detailed realism apple, or it could spit out a different style of an apple. At the end of the day, both were produced by the AI, and I had no idea of the end result. Thus, meaning I'm not the artist. Yeah, I'm also here to learn. This is a really good topic, and I just want to be.
Your time is up. Your voice is kind of going in and out, so I just picked up pieces here and there. Just because someone is a prompter doesn't mean that they also can't be an artist. Those two things are not mutually exclusive, for the record. Someone can be
Agreed.
prompting something and also be an artist. So, in your situation or in your example, you believe that AI art is art, but you don't believe AI artists are artists. Do you believe art can exist without an artist?
Yes, that would prove the first prompt.
So in this case, are you saying that the AI is the artist?
No, because yes, the AI is the artist. They produced the end result, which was art.
Are you aware what the definition of artist is?
Yes, and
What is
also did
what
search
is
it
it?
up during the other debate. It's basically anyone who consciously uses their effort or mentally or physically to create something. It doesn't have to do with
What's the
emotions
first?
or passions. Effort
When you
used to create,
hold
or no, sorry,
hold on.
imagination. The first part was imagination.
All right. So when you look at the definitions of artists, right?
Mhm.
Generally, I think any dictionary definition, there are practically three things that you can find that are in common with a good chunk of those definitions, right? And you mentioned it here. The first word you said was what? Anyone, right?
Yes.
In other dictionaries, they mention someone as the first person, or they mention a person as the first thing in the sentence, for the definition.
Mhm.
So, with that, anyone, a person, someone, isn't it pointing to someone that is human, that has
No,
personhood?
no, because animals can make art as well, I would say.
That's debatable. But for right now, okay, so
No,
you can say they make art, but for right now, we're looking at artists.
yes.
Okay.
What would you consider the AI to be in the situation?
A tool, like you use a pencil, like you use a paintbrush, like you use um, um, a ruler to create art. It's just a tool. It doesn't do anything without human input.
I think that would be a
And
bit illogical.
also,
It's a machine.
hold on, Switch. I also have to address this.
Yeah,
AI currently is not sentient.
it
That's
isn't
the big thing. It is not sentient.
sentient. Yeah, it isn't.
Why did you say it was?
When did I? I think I did. I caught myself. That like was a thing I was thinking of before coming up. But I wouldn't say it is sentient, but it has some aspects of sentient, like some sentient qualities to be able to produce the art, because it's taking it from you, the prompt,
Citation, please.
and creating something.
It's not a sentient
Citation.
quality. Taking something from you is not a sentient quality.
Yes, I agree. That was a mix up on my end. We can move past that.
Um.
I am wrong in that sense. I do have a question about the tools, though. I wouldn't call it a tool. I'd call it a machine because a tool does one subjective thing where a machine like a calculator can do multiple aspects of a thing. I can't like take up I could pick up a pencil and do the calculations, or I could put it in the calculator and the calculator will do all the steps rather than a brush that I pick up. I have to do one thing and only one thing. And the AI does all the things. It does the brush, the line work, the idea, the planning. It does it all.
Whoa, whoa,
So
whoa! I gotta
Who
stop you
said
there.
who
I'm
said a
gonna
tool
stop
can
you
only
there.
do one thing?
Wait, first off, did you
one,
just say that the AI comes up with the idea?
I didn't. I said it does all the process for the idea.
Okay, except for the idea itself, correct?
Yes, and that's why I said
Okay.
the artist,
Of all the components that you just named, which would be the most important component in order to create something?
the planning.
The idea. Without the idea, everything else is gone, isn't it?
No.
Okay, so without my idea, what would AI do?
Oh, let me bring another analogy to kind of like
No, no, no,
explain this.
no, no,
Wait,
no.
okay, yeah, yeah.
We're gonna answer the question.
The
If
AI
I
would
don't,
do nothing because
it
it's
would
a
do
machine
nothing.
that has no
Correct.
input.
So therefore, without my idea, the art wouldn't exist, would it?
No, yes,
Okay.
yes, it wouldn't.
So therefore, the AI didn't make the art, did it?
It did
It's
though.
an expression of my
Okay,
idea.
I
That
like
is
that.
all.
I like that hook actually. If you didn't tell the AI to make the art, we have no argument because the AI didn't make anything.
Correct. But I
So
still had the idea, didn't I?
yes, but also
The
a
idea still
commissioner
exists,
or
doesn't it?
someone. No, it doesn't.
So the idea, if I
It only
have an
exists
idea
to
and
the
don't
you
give it to the
solely.
AI, it doesn't exist.
It
If
does
I have a
exist only to you, though. I
if
mean,
I have a thought and never share it with anyone, do I not have a thought?
you have a thought, but the
Okay,
idea doesn't exist
so the
because it
idea
hasn't
is
been
this.
shared.
Look. I have an idea of a monkey juggling oranges right now, but I'm not going to draw it and I'm not going to put it in AI. Does the idea exist?
It exists.
So congratulations. There. So without the idea, the AI could do nothing. But without the AI, the idea still exists, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Don't exactly me. You're disagreeing with yourself. Don't
No, I'm
exactly me. That's
disagreeing with
exactly
the.
not your point.
I did specifically say I agree with the first aspect that AI can make art and AI art is art. I disagreed with the second aspect
Disagrees with the
because
latter.
the
Okay.
artist you cannot. I said you're a
Yeah.
prompter because you do have credit for the idea, and
Is
the
it
AI
it's
couldn't do
Switch.
anything without the idea.
So
which
switch.
it's
How
right in
how is being a prompter mutually exclusive to being an artist?
Because all
Because
artists are
again,
prompters at one step at one point. The only difference between a person and becoming an artist is
okay, so
thus doing the
hold on.
thing.
So let's evaluate the do you agree with this definition of artist from Cambridge Dictionary? Someone who creates things with great skill and imagination. Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you agree with this definition for artist from Merriam-Webster? A person who creates art using conscious skill and creative imagination.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking about that
Okay, that's
already.
the one that's the one you looked
Yes.
up, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so let's go with that since you know you're familiar with that one. Now, in order to determine if an AI artist is an artist, we got to look at this sentence and this sentence only to determine if they're an artist, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do that. If I can show you and demonstrate to you word for word by not taking anything out of this sentence and not putting anything in, will you acknowledge that AI artists are artists?
100%. Yes.
What's the contention? What's the contention?
Um,
This is
I
what
don't know what.
this is what we both agreed to.
Yes. Okay. I will. I will
Okay.
have to. Yeah. Okay. Let's hear it.
So the reason why I asked that is because I've demonstrated and people have agreed to each of these points when I bring them up. But at the end of me going through all these points, they still want to disagree that AI artists are not artists, even though they disagree with everything. All right, so with these definitions, and I'm going to still include Cambridge in it because they corroborate each other. I think it's safe to say that we can distill these definitions down to what's most common in all of them, right? And is it, well, I want you to do this exercise with me. Let's use your brain instead.
Or
Can you tell me what's more common in these definitions? And the
sole
ones I
person
just read to you.
or sole individual, imagination, and effort being displayed either through mental or physical.
Oh, not effort.
What?
Hold up.
There was no,
Even though effort isn't in the original definition at all, what he just said was effort, be it mental or physical, be it mental or
Yes.
physical. That's what he just said.
that's because
Yes.
we
So
went
AI,
over the definite. We went over the definition of effort earlier, so that's where he pulled it from. But that wasn't in the definition that we just in either of the definitions we just read.
Oh. Wait. Sorry. Could I hear the definitions again then?
Cambridge Dictionary says someone who creates things with great skill and imagination.
Yeah, I would argue that creating is like effort. It's a synonym. Like you can't create without effort.
Okay. Creative, Merriam-Webster says a person who creates art using conscious skill and creative imagination. So those were the two definitions. What's
Okay.
common in those definitions that we
Just
can reduce
create.
down and distill down?
Yeah. Create
Sorry?
and imagination and I think is create and imagination would be the two most common.
So there's personhood, it points to someone or a person.
Yes.
It does mention creating something. It
Yes.
mentions skill and it mentions imagination. Like those are the three, or sorry, maybe even four things that you can reduce these definitions down to. All right. So if I could demonstrate that an AI is a person, is creating something, is using skill and imagination, will you agree that they are an artist?
Or I will.
Sorry?
I will.
Okay. So we can nip the first one in the bud. I've been saying that a lot, lady. I'm sorry, y'all. Is an AI artist a person? Are they someone?
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
hesitance?
From the start, it's already a like I already disagreed from the start, but I'll say yes for this exercise
Disagree that an AI artist is a person?
because I didn't agree that there could be an AI art. There
AI
just can be AI
artist
art.
AI
But
artist is
yeah,
just the title of a
yeah,
person who is
okay.
using AI tools.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
They
All
are a
right. So
person.
we check. Okay. So we check box number one. Okay. Box number two is they're creating something, which means bring something into existence. Would that art be in existence if that AI artist didn't prompt it?
Now, so yes.
It would be in existence if the AI artist didn't do anything?
Um, no, it wouldn't be in existence.
Are they creating it? Are they the reason that that art exists?
Yes, they are the reason why the art exists, but they're not creating it. Um,
Are they not creating it?
this is a paradox again. Like
It's not. What does
without
creating mean? I gave you a
creating.
hint already. It means to bring
Okay,
something to
what was the hint
existence.
again?
do you know what paradox means?
Yes, I
Do
do.
you?
Father Trini, hold on. We gotta Father Trini, welcome in. Father Trini, they have been on 1,000 tonight. You missed so much, but I know
I've been
you
asleep.
needed a
I
break.
was
I
like
know.
on live for 15 hours straight. I had to get some sleep.
They were cray. Phantom had to get them together. OMG. Phantom, I know you're gonna enjoy listening to the playback of this live. I know it.
This
I know it.
this
Okay,
man
but
hurt my soul as soon as he was like, "This is a paradox." It's like you don't know what that word means.
do you want to
I
explain
do.
it to him, Phantom?
I want to know though one thing from like y'all.
We didn't go
When
through our points
AI
yet.
art, yeah, I about the point. The reason why I'm dis like understanding, and I'm gonna cite Nitro is when
No, no,
AI
no,
art is
no,
being
no, no, no.
used,
Switch,
generated and
switch,
created
switch,
are two
switch,
different
switch,
things.
switch,
Okay,
switch,
okay, yeah,
switch, switch.
yes,
Do not pay attention to the comments. And I know you heard me the first time call your name. All right?
okay,
The
yeah,
comments will get you messed up. And I'm trying to help you out.
okay,
They will not help you. So you're having a conversation up here with us. I would like
yes,
for you to keep your eyeballs up here. I mean, you can look at the comments, that's fine, but
yeah. Sorry,
in most
I'll stay in
cases,
this
the
dimension.
comments will not be able to help you. All right.
Yeah,
So creating, like I said before, is the process of bringing something into existence, into being.
yes,
Do you agree with that?
yes. I do
Or
agree with
it
it.
could also mean, if you go by Cambridge Dictionary, it means to make something new or to invent something. What other definitions do we got for creating? So we can cover our bases here. Collins Dictionary says to cause to come to existence, which I mentioned before.
Yes, I understand
Um,
the definition of creating, but AI art is usually used with term generated rather than
only
creating.
saying that because you saw that in the comments, but that's
Yes.
not what's happening as well.
Also,
But
I did have. Okay. Yeah. But
what's the difference? Well, tell us what's the
if we
difference between
argue about that,
generating.
yeah, I
What?
think
Tell me what the difference
generating.
is.
Yeah. Sorry, I've cut you off a bit. Yeah, you can go.
What's the difference between generating and creating? Since you want to bring that up.
Generating is when you put in you use a tool, or I think I don't want to write a something off my head. I do want to like search that up, but what I know from generating is you're using something else to produce the same thing that you could have done on your own, but you're like making a tool to produce it in to build, produce, and do all that for you. It's you, and generating is like only difference between generating and creating is creating is a workflow that is solely your own or with a group, rather than generating being a workflow that is a bunch of tools just producing by themselves.
What
This is a
dictionary can
really
I find that
summarized,
This
in?
is
like
why. This is why I say
it might be
you gotta.
incorrect though. So like
This
yeah,
is why I said it's not helpful to
yeah,
look at the comments because you'll end up using words that you won't be able to maybe fully explain. But
okay, yeah, it
nice
is a good point,
effort.
but it's not a point that I'm going to argue against or with at all. Like we could go back.
If you understand or what the difference is, which is why I'm asking you to, discriminate between the two. I mean, that's fine. We can include that in the conversation.
Yes,
Um,
I would need to like go search up just like you did right now and bring up multiple definitions and like compare and contrast. I think that's the most logical way to take that. So, I want to argue with with my argument. Like, finish this exercise for now.
okay, so are you willing to acknowledge that the AI artist is creating the image through their actions of prompting?
Sure. Yeah, I can see how that makes sense.
Okay. So that was 2 points. We checked off the box for personhood and creating. The other two is skill and imagination. Are you willing to acknowledge that the AI artist, the person who's using AI tools to create art or images, whatever you want to call it, is using skill, at least one skill? Are you willing to acknowledge that?
Yes, it is a
Okay.
skill to use such a tool.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Sounds good. And for those people who don't know what skills they are using, I would advise you to go to Indeed.com, LinkedIn.com, wherever they post jobs, type in AI artists. You get to see the skills that they are hiring for AI artist positions. Okay, last but not least, let's roll through this. Imagination. Are you willing to acknowledge that AI artists are using imaginations to come up with the ideas of what they want to create in their mind and being able to articulate that to the machine in the form of a prompt? Are they having an imagination in their brain?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So we hit all 4 points. All 4 points. Personhood, creation, skill, and imagination. So are you now willing to acknowledge them as artists?
Okay. Yeah.
Clap for
I
this
think there is a
man.
lag.
Yeah, he
What?
We'll
said yes
clap.
though. Clap for that
I
man.
promise it's not a lie. You did bring up your points and you did break it down in a logical way. So yeah, I don't see any error or flaw with that mindset, and it does
But
make
you want
sense.
if you want to dive deeper into creating and generating, we can.
I think
If
I
that's
could
where your
dive deeper
contention is.
into copyright and logistics that stuff, but that has nothing to do with the prompt. Prompt
It
wise,
doesn't.
I'd say that it is correct. And thank you for your guys' time.
Okay, I didn't
Appreciate.
wait. You want to talk about generation?
Wait, what?
Generating.
Generation?
That's
I feel like
yeah,
that's.
because
I was like grabbing at straws. There, I'm good to not. I'm maybe another day. I might like take a second to relook at that. I just know that when being like spoken about, it's the term used is most times generation or generated rather than created. It just like brought an idea to me, but like other than that, I have no like premise or base to structure an argument against it.
how about
I
this?
appreciate this.
Maybe
No, I appreciate it. No, like the bear, he's literally telling us he doesn't have a leg to stand on. He's admitting it, and I appreciate that.
no, because I'm not gonna argue with him anymore on it. Like, he conceded, that's fine. I was just curious because people love to bring up that when this art is created, it's just being generated and not created, right?
Yeah.
So my perspective here was to maybe say the human is creating it, the AI is generating it. Because
Yes. I see
I
how that
mean,
makes
in the
sense.
same, I mean, does that make sense, panel? It doesn't have to make sense. You guys can, are free to disagree, but um, that's how
Yeah.
I'm at least kind of viewing it. Like,
No, that's solid. I could get behind that.
I think the effort argument comes in like as a traditional artist. When you spend like hours of work doing like planning and all that stuff, I feel like this argument could turn into a more emotional driven or bias driven argument. But logically, the way you've breaking it down, I understand that like there was a sense of bias in my original argument. It does make sense. I can say that.
you know what? Switch. I'm gonna give you a clap. You know
Thanks.
what?
Thanks for the patience too. I
For
feel like I've cut you off a few times.
No, I think it was a lag. I think there was a
Oh
lag. Unless you were doing it on purpose, then I'm gonna give you the
no.
eyeball. But um,
Good.
but as for a subset of the ops today, there was a level of self-awareness that I'm proud of. Like, again, we're not forcing you guys to agree or disagree. I would love for you guys if I can point out things logically, and if you guys can point out anything illogical in my statements, we can go toe to toe with that. But I'm liking the self-awareness that I've seen from some of the ops today. You're like, hey, maybe I can reconsider X, Y, and Z. And then you do shift your position. Some of you don't fully come on board, but that's fine. So I appreciate that switch, that you're open-minded. And hey, you may sleep on this and you may have a dream and be like, oh man, well, maybe they were actually wrong here and there. Come back and we can address it. This is a space where you're more than welcome back anytime. And like I said, you're more than welcome to change your opinion anytime, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Give it up for, give it up for Switch. Most
It's
of the
so
time, I don't think he
rare.
was trying to over.
Like everybody was so fucking crazy tonight.
Oh, go
Like
ahead.
to finally have one sane person go, yeah, that makes sense. I can see it. Like wow, that was so refreshing.
Damn, what happened when I was gone?
Hey, Event King, what's up?
Bro,
Illusion
they
that we
tonight
witnessed.
has been
Hold on.
crazy.
Damn, what the hell happened?
But ooh, I can't put it into words. It was on a whole
It's
nother level tonight. We met
look,
a professional artist who I don't even know what to describe it. Woo!
look, man. I don't know
I'm at a
how
loss for
big
words.
you are into like watching the replays. This is one you gotta watch.
Yeah,
Like
I'm gonna watch it.
I don't know how like for me when I try to watch the replay, I gotta constantly babysit it because if the screen times out, the screen will go black and I have to start it over. But you
Oh, I need to
really
put them on
want to.
YouTube so you guys can watch it.
Yes, please. Oh my God, yes. Especially this one. This was over the top crazy. Every single person, they said everything except, have you considered my feelings? They found 87 different ways to say, have you considered my feelings?
That's crazy.
Like, we
That's
Then
funny.
King, if
logically,
you would have,
go ahead, go. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
if you would have witnessed it, yeah, I was like, no, Event King, if he would have witnessed it, I don't know if you guys have met Phantom and Event King yet, but oh my gosh, I wish I could like articulate it to like Father Trinity, like what we just witnessed tonight, but
Yeah, I
this
was
is
in the
insane.
apocalypse.
It felt like it. I don't know. Ravens, describe what you saw tonight. You were in the observer seat. What did you witness?
Oof.
Damn, what the fuck happened?
Look, hey, my guy, you knew this
I
reference might go over
witnessed.
your head.
Oh,
Father
sorry.
Trinity will get. I'm sorry, honey. I just cut you off. We have a new Brian. Project is now the new Brian. Whenever you
Right.
have a stupid thing, it's Project now. Brian has been relieved of his duties. It was
Oh
that bad.
yeah. Okay, so Father Trinity. Oh, Ravens, go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish, Ravens.
Yeah, go on ahead. What was you about to say, Raven?
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
You're
I
good.
was saying I witnessed a few people that were a little bit passionate. Um, um, some a little bit more than most. And also um an opportunity to understand um another person's perspective. Um yeah, and basically some of the people, they were unable to continue the conversation because we could not get past emotion,
Emotion.
and also um people not using like not wanting to use definitions.
You know
Look,
what?
Raven, what about the human experience, though?
You know what? They better be glad I didn't bring up my hypothesis because I know what they would have done.
Oh my, Event King, listen, your head would have popped off your shoulders with the stuff you heard tonight. So, Father, I don't know if
I
remember
I got
there
the
was a while
definition.
ago.
Y'all want me to read this definition to you? Home.
Apparently, people hate definitions all of a sudden. So, Father Trinity, I don't know if you're still here, but I don't know if you remember a while ago, there was a guy that I wanted you to have the conversation with, and he was being scary in the comments and wouldn't come up. So we finally got him up today after him, being 10 minutes on the toilet. Um,
I sent him the request to come up,
yeah.
and then he was like
Oh,
he was on the toilet. Wow.
well,
Oh,
well, now he's here.
we have a guest.
Okay. This person was kind of trolling in the chat. And by this profile picture, new person, what's your name and age? You know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
How about you guys pick up a pencil?
And
Knew it.
Metro.
Get the
Knew
fuck out of
it.
here.
No, that
And
that
it
was a
wasn't even.
9-year-old.
And it wasn't
That's
even
all like a
funny.
9-year-old.
And it
The
wasn't
fuck
It
even
out
wasn't
of
like you're
even
here.
laughing at
funny.
yourself. Why don't I say the same thing that 3,556 people before me have said? Yuck, yuck, yuck.
The
Can't even
fuck,
originate.
get the fuck out of here,
Yeah,
The
SpongeBob.
like
Sound like a
SpongeBob
chip.
you
poke I
came
was
in
at.
here. You came in here with the Creighton barrel of bedroom suit of jokes and want to read people on originality. Get out of here. Get out of here, you
Your ass should be
single-celled
in bed.
zygote. You son of a biscuit-eating bulldog. Like, what are we doing?
He's got AI shit. Oh,
Oh my
Oh my.
gosh.
Why
How do
don't
you
you
let.
just pick up a pencil? Yuck, yuck, yuck.
meanwhile, your ass got AI.
AI
And
VeggieTales.
not
Get
they
out of
coming
here.
back in the guest request, man. I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. You are a child. That is you are a minor. You cannot even come up here.
This is
You
a
know what?
minors do not interact area.
But thank you for coming in the comments so that I can do this. Mink. There you
You
go.
go, oh, blocked. Get out of here.
Broke.
So
Get
how
out.
you start laughing halfway through your own joke? Probably a quarter of the way through. You start pick up a
I can pick up a pen. Yuck, 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 yuck. I'm ableist and stupid at the same time. Yuck, yuck,
You know
yuck.
what? You know what? You know what? I'm gonna do him. I'm gonna do him. I'm gonna do him dirty like this. That boy just came from Stupid Town.
Oh my gosh.
Since he want to be
Well,
SpongeBob.
Oh my
And that
gosh.
joke,
I went from
and he got
stupid
that
town.
joke by way of Lazy Town too, because that joke was lazy as hell. Them jokes was trash. Like y'all tried us. Like let me tell y'all something. If you want to be funny, I'll be hilarious. Okay, I'm a whole comedian out here. Like,
Shit, me too.
Oh, Father, you should have been here tonight, man. You missed a spectacle. Like
I know
Phantom,
I missed
one
something.
I had to sleep, and I
one
feel like
after
Dr.
the
Barry.
other.
I feel like Dr. Barry is like not taking into account, like the work I've been putting in. She was literally on live with me. She was on live with me. She
That no,
knows that
Father
I was
Trinity.
literally
I
on live.
knew not to invite you to this one or this
Hey
live
now,
tonight because one, I didn't think it would be this long. But two, I was like, you were on live all day long. Ain't no way I'm gonna force you to be here for this one. You need to sleep and rest. I actually brought that into consideration.
well,
So
no, what you should have thought into consideration was not going live at all until you knew that I could join. But no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But Breaker
but we
sent me a
got the
text yesterday,
crazies
so
tonight though. We got the crazies tonight. Oh,
I saw the text
Yeah,
message
I
and
know.
I
I would
saw
have put him
that
in
you were
that
live, and
crazy.
I was just like, I can't do it night right now. If I said she's still alive when I wake up, I'll go in. But I need to get something else.
John
Otherwise, I'll
was
die.
asleep the whole time. I was like, somebody wake John up. He got to see this. This was, man. Mm-mm-mm. John is still knocked out, I guess.
I was just
That's
happy.
crazy.
I was like, I didn't realize you could actually make money going live until yesterday.
Really?
Yeah,
When people send
yeah.
you their gifts, right?
Sort of. I mean, I've gotten gifts and stuff like that before, but it's been chump change. Like yesterday, I was like, oh, this thing actually can go up to double digits.
Oh, Spider. Oh,
Yes.
oh, Spider.
How'd you put your Cash App in the live? How'd you
Oh,
do
why?
that?
How? I just
Yeah.
added a board. I put it on my board.
Oh, let me see that. Let me see.
It didn't do nothing yesterday. No one gave to my cache of apps, but they did gift pretty well. And so so Wednesday I'm gonna be looking at a pretty decent payout from TikTok, which is nice.
Bro,
But I
sometimes
want, huh? What'd you say, Vic King?
I was about to get on Spider, but I'm like, they ain't even in the panel, so I ain't gonna waste time on this dead weight. He dead weight. I ain't wasting time on him.
Well,
Man, I don't think
if I
nothing
could do
could.
that, if I could do what I did yesterday at being just a D4 level, like once I get up, the ranks a bit, and start getting a consistent audience, it's gonna be pretty decent. I
Yeah,
wasn't
turn
mad at
this
it.
into an income. Definitely
I
turn this
wasn't
into
mad.
another income stream.
Shit.
I think I can.
Well, look, I gotta head out for tonight. I gotta finish up
All
some more
right.
work. It's
All
good
right. Bye,
seeing
Event
you.
King. Thanks for coming through, okay?
Don't worry.
We'll
I
see you
only get
again. I know it.
I only get him
Yeah, we're
out
just
here every
winding down.
10 minutes at a time.
Right. We're winding down because tonight was a show. I didn't think in the beginning I didn't get many views. I didn't think I was going to stay on long because sometimes when I go live, I'm multitasking with writing.
Right.
So And then Phantom came in, and then eventually it kicked up for whatever reason. And we just got, I can't put into words. Phantom, you and Trinity are like my word masters. y'all could articulate what tonight was, but
I missed Father Trinity so much tonight. Like the whole time, I'm like, man, he would rip this motherfucker apart. Like, oh my god, I wanted to send him a request, but I'd seen the bubble around his name. I knew he was tired, so I was like, it's fine.
oh, Phantom, do you have that definition the guy gave you? Can you read it to Father Trinity?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You ready for this?
I'm listening.
So, Father Trinity, this is the guy that I wanted you to talk with a while ago, but he was ducking you.
Oh, I
And
remember
eventually,
that when I first came on to your
yeah,
lives, and I remember this. That was about the third time I was there, and I had
yeah.
came in, and you were like, "There's this guy, and I want him to talk to you," and he would not come out of the comments. I do remember that. Yeah.
Came back today and we had to pull him up out the comments again. So Phantom had him, kind of like neutral. I didn't let him know what he was getting himself into. And yeah, it was a show. So Phantom, this is what he's about to read is what the guy gave for his definition for art.
I'm all ears.
All right, sorry, I'm giving it to this dude in the chat. You ready? This is the most okay. Quote: the product or performance of a fitness display that rewards sustained attention through generation, recognition, or presentation of negative entropy in excess of functional necessity.
Negative entropy.
Negative entropy.
I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and talk about centrifuge because that's talking about software, but we didn't get that far.
I can I
Father Trinity, where do you even start with that?
the negative entropy. What the fuck? Is he trying to mean? Is he saying that to try to imply because entropy is just ordered systems leading eventually devolving to chaos? Is he trying to
I
say
don't
negative entropy is in chaos or devolving
I
or
don't
chaos
think he was
reverting to
expecting me to look it up and
yeah, because
understand.
I'm like, are we talking about chaos that's going into order? Is that
Yeah,
what he means by negative
I don't.
entropy?
We didn't get that far because I don't think we. I don't think he was expecting me to actually look it up and talk to him about it, about that part.
That is hilarious. I like.
Dr. Bear,
Yes.
can I ask you to do me a favor?
Yes.
Spider is giving me shit in the comments, and apparently his Google doesn't work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go Google search my own fucking work because I know you can Google my book titles. I will then screenshot that, come back. I want to put it on the big screen so we can shut Spider up because my book was published in 2006.
Absolutely. Go off, Phantom. Absolutely. You'll have the big screen. Look, Phantom's been on one today. It's been demon time all over
For
the place.
real, we all
Y'all know,
been on demon time.
Right. We had to.
y'all do know demon time has a sexual connotation.
I know. But clean it up. Make it techie, Father Trinity. Make it techie.
Let's see. I don't know what would be the tech equivalent of a demon. A
Oh
virus.
my gosh. Virus time. Virus time. Oh my
We've been on
gosh. What would
viral time. I'm here for viral time.
True, we need a good emoji for that one. Viral time, I don't know, hack time, something like that. But yeah, it's
I sent you that, but
um,
I did send you that that prompt, Dr. Barry, because you might be able to implement it or use it, for your own to your own end. Because I mean, they always talk to us about souls. Where is it? Where's
yeah,
that though?
Right.
exactly.
But
Exactly.
more,
I texted you back. I loved it. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
use
did
it.
see the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that prompt is awesome.
but more
Hi, Greg and
importantly,
Nelly, if you're still here.
Hey,
but more
Greg.
importantly, where is the human experience in all of this?
The internet is run by demons.
So thank you, Greg. I appreciate it. Good to see you, sir.
W.
Thank you.
Greg.
Thank you.
Greg ain't here
Hi,
for real until you
Greg.
see the hanging lights.
Right. Look, listen, that's Greg's icon right there. OMG. But yeah, that was woo woo woo. I'm still exhaling from this.
Woo,
Because
woo,
it just
girl,
wasn't
you
one
know
up.
it's true.
I
Woo,
think it was like
woo,
four
woo.
good ones
Yeah.
that were on one. And we did give them their time. The professional artist, I think she got me the most. I knew what time project was on, but the professional artist,
But you see
that was
why I sent that donut so early, right? Because I understood where Phantom was coming from. He was being patient with her, but no, I could sense that anger that was going to come out, and then also, um, correct me if I'm wrong, the white woman tears, because that's happened to me several times whenever I would have a conversation with specifically a white woman. They
mm.
utilize their tears, and just because they have like quiet and dainty like voices whenever they're speaking, suddenly I'm the aggressor, or I'm attacking her and she's the victim, simply because she's sad and it's her feelings and she's just expressing how she feels, and I'm immediately made the bad person in the situation where she can be insulting my intelligence and spewing out a lot of insults towards me, but because my voice sounds quote unquote aggressive towards other people, or I'm way too fucking passionate or something like that, suddenly she's the victim and I'm the aggressor.
So you have some good eyes. I didn't even know she was white tea. I thought she was maybe like other something other. I didn't know she was IT, but you got some good eyes. Um, Thank you for catching that. Okay.
Of course.
Phantom is back, y'all. Oh, let
Um,
me make you bigger.
great evening, all.
Hi, I don't know if Spider's still here or not, but this is my first book. It's on Amazon right now. You can order it and it'll be here by June 1st. I'm sorry your Google doesn't
Ooh.
work, my guy, but mine seems to be working just fine. Would you like me to show you another?
Okay, Phantom, writing some black stories, black novellas.
I didn't mean to turn off my camera. Hey, there we go. Wait, there we go.
Apparently
It,
Spider is
this
an
is
engineering student.
this is my third book. Didn't do as well, but you can still order it on paperback right now. You'll see my name's right there in the corner, and this is clearly from Amazon. So, like, I'm not sure what we're talking about.
Yeah, I could tell that one didn't do well because the cover's trash, and you know the cover. See, so
Look.
I'm just saying. So I'm
What?
just saying. So now we know we definitely know he didn't use AI to make it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
It was
no,
a
Hell,
while.
it's
It was probably a
awful.
while ago, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, this was like 2006, 2007.
Oh yeah, we were babes. Father Trinity.
Here's the second volume. It's not,
Okay,
it's a little better, but still, you can tell this is back in the day, my guy.
I
This
like
is,
it.
somebody
I,
just
Can
learned how to
can
use Photoshop. Is what happened.
yeah,
oh, I'll
I
Breaker
have you
like
asked
know,
it.
was it
it was
on
Microsoft
Kindle
Picture It
Limited, because I
2000.
want to
Thank
get
you
it
very
too.
much.
Sorry.
Not Microsoft Pictures.
Microsoft Picture It, my guy. Yes, I did. And you got to clip it by hand. Like, yes, I did.
I like it. I
Fun.
like it.
It's actually not
Like,
bad for having it to do it that way.
it was a long time ago. But is Spider still in here?
Yeah,
Did he?
he's still
Where are you?
chirping.
Where are you now, little Spider? Did you just down the water spout, my guy? Here's the proof you were asking for. And now you silent. Your Google
This
don't
is
work
why
for
I'm
fake artists,
arachnophobic.
but here it
On,
is.
Go on, write something in your web, Charlotte. Go on, write something in your web.
For real, man. Down came the rain and wiped the spider out. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, why did I shouldn't have had to waste my time, but with all of these people arguing about not having credentials, I got mine. I'm gonna show them to you. I'm proud of my shit, even if it ain't the best writing in the world. Like, it's still 5 published novels. I still get royalty checks. It ain't a lot, but I still get.
Hey, if you want to do like a different, what's it called? Like another edition of those books, throw some AI art on there. Well, I don't know what the legal ramifications of it are, but you
Well,
can
I can
spruce, you
see
can spruce it
myself, I
up.
guess. Like, no, I look. The writing's bad. I'll be honest with you. It's 20 years old. It's not my best work. It's clearly written like a teenage melodrama. It comes off very much like something you would see poorly written on ABC Family. It's not good. But I was learning. I was looking for my voice. I've since found it. My shit is the shit now. But those were my humble beginnings, and I stay proud of them.
At least you did something. It took me forever to write my first novel because it had to be on point. It had to be. I just could not, just could not do anything less than what was my taste because I had a high level of taste but a low level of skill. So it took me a long time to get that skill to match that taste. So and and I didn't create at all while I was because of that. So at least you did something. You put something out there, which is more than can be said about a lot of these ops out here. These people have created nothing, but want to dictate to us how we should create. It's the craziest part.
Oh, got cut off there. But yeah, I knew the professional artist lady was on one earlier on in the conversation when I was like, okay, you said your points. Let me focus on one point here. And I was like, okay, you mentioned effort. And she immediately, once I started addressing that, she's like, no, I didn't say effort. Everyone in the live, even the ops in the comments were like, yeah, you said effort. And I was like, okay, let's address this. She didn't want me to address it. She wanted me to focus on everything else she said in her
Yeah.
comment. I was like, okay, this is okay. I knew at that point the type of person I was going to be dealing with. So I was like, all right, I'll give it to the panel. I let Phantom take over. He had that exchange with her for the longest, and she was still fighting tooth and nail to like. She said, art is like it's your subjective experience. Like whatever you feel art is, it's going to be art. So that should also include AI art naturally, right? But she still didn't bend the knee.
Please
But that's
upload
okay.
that one. Like, I'm going to listen to it like immediately following this. My whole night is going to be Dr. Barry because I'm just going to turn on my game and I'm going to listen to that passively again because I have to hear it again. But oh my God, you'd make it so much easier for me if you uploaded it to YouTube or something.
Yeah.
John would love to hear that. I definitely want to do that. The other ways I plan to upload it are like a more cleaner version. So you're gonna get a live upload version of it online where it's just, the raw version. You can go in, check it out, skip around, but then there'll be the cleaner version where people could get like an editor's cut, so to speak. Um,
The one that I
okay.
get, I can
Mhm.
watch it, but I can't download it.
Yeah, you can't download that one, right? Which is probably annoying. It is
It would
probably
be
annoying. All right,
easier.
y'all.
So,
Let's
real quick, um,
Okay, hey, Empress.
hey, thank you because I've been trying to figure out how to deal with a particular issue that popped up recently. And Raven, you gave me the right inspiration. And I'd like to invite any of y'all who have um, experienced white tier events
Yep.
to I think what I'm going to start doing is putting them out and just shaming the motherfuckers.
You know what?
Um,
Probably
I,
should.
I think I'm going to put them out as almost like theatric events. And if you have the videos of them, I'm just going to put them out. But I'm going to call them. What did I decide? While you were talking, alabaster ocular moisture events. And
You
we're
know what? I
going to
gotta
put
go
them.
look through my
We're going
my
to put them
downloads.
out with um with no judgment. You know, we're not going to say anything about them. We're going to let the audience
Okay.
decide.
Okay.
Well, what I've noticed
Thank
is
you.
that you got 30K likes, Dr. Berry. That is dope.
Woo woo.
Yay!
It is, Father Trinity. I actually had the inkling for Father Pegasus today, but we didn't get him because John was asleep. But we missed your voice and presence, nonetheless, Father Trinity. So I thank you for everything. All right, y'all. Let's wind down so Phantom could go watch this live playback and enjoy the rest of his morning/evening. And then you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday in your weekend. Have fun, enjoy the warm weather, all the good things.
Of course, sweets. Also,
Mm.
if you guys want me to go live, I will.
Okay, you going live right now?
Yeah.
All right, go to Ravens. I may go over there and may fall asleep, but
Okay.
we'll
See y'all in
see.
a
I'll
little
try to
bit.
be up. All right, after party is at Ravens Eden. Go follow her and catch up. Who knows what the topic is going to be, but it's probably going to be something good. All right, thank you, Breaker and John. I know he's out. Father Trinity, Empress, and Phantom, the star of the night. Thank you.
Oh, hush. I can't
Wonderful.
take shine away from you, Queen. This is all you.
Awesome. And yeah, Hannah in the chat. Thank
By
you,
the
Phantom
way, by the way,
and Cinco.
whoever it was that came up with that, I put it in the comments earlier, but I don't know that y'all saw. Whoever came up with
Mm.
that definition needs to be poked repeatedly with a sharp 6 implement.
Let me see if he's still in
Repeatedly.
here.
He said it with his chest too, like he meant it. He was
And I
convicted
meant what I
deeply.
said. I meant, you know what? How about what I said should be placed on his chest repeatedly? I didn't like it.
It made you itch.
He said that shit with his whole chest and it was proud.
Proud, man. That was the craziest. I mean, okay, so I tried to actually do research on his definition and where he got it from, right? He was reading something from an evolutionary psychologist, and he came up with his definition on his own from what the evolutionary psychologist wrote about in one of his books. So I went to go look up these books and figure out what this psychologist was talking about. And basically, the psychologist was kind of giving an overview of how art may have evolved in our humanity from, being something that is kind of like a not a necessary thing to do, but it turned into something that is more of a luxury and used to attract mates, right? um, because as humans you're focused on like your primal things like food, shelter, um, catching prey, not getting caught by a predator, all that stuff. That was the focus of humans. And then maybe there was a point in time where humans started gaining wealth and access and more resources. And as a result, they were able to put more of their time and attention on doing things like art for leisure. So the evolutionary psychologist was kind of describing how it evolved over time. This guy decided to say art is whatever that Phantom just read. Like art is just that.
You are
But that
trying
definition
really
didn't
hard
take
to
into account.
resuscitate this man's argument. There was nothing of substance there. You are
I
really
tried
like,
to
well,
help
maybe
him.
from an evolutionary standpoint, the
Mm-mm.
negative entropy. No, there was nothing. There's nothing
Mm-mm.
there.
I tried to
Nope.
help him. I
Nope.
tried to help him
Absolutely not.
because he, like I said, when Room or Hank, he and I first encountered him when it was just me and Room/Hank, and we were like, "What?" I was like, "Okay, you need to give me sources. Like, where did you get this information from?" So I told him today that maybe this isn't good to use as a definition. Like you shouldn't use this as a definition. You should use this as like an observation of how art has evolved throughout history.
No, he
Or
just didn't. He just didn't use it.
I was trying to help him.
A Gray Fairy in the comments is asking. I guess they missed the definition. I'm happy to read the gobbledygook for you one more time.
Please don't.
No? Okay, Empress said no, and I like her voice, so no.
You can put it in the chat.
That's a lot of typing. I don't know if it'll fit. But I'll do it. I'll do it because I don't want to upset Empress.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of
No,
traumatized.
go ahead. Go ahead. Do it. I'll let you do it for Gray Fairy.
Just turn the volume down, y'all.
I'll let you say it. I'll let you say it.
Thank you,
I just have to say that I'm kind of traumatized from people complimenting Empress's voice, because there's this dude that literally kept coming back into my chat every time Empress was there just to comment about how cute her voice was, and to get pissy when we would acknowledge the fact that he kept saying in the comments how cute Empress's voice was. So I'm sorry. I'm traumatized.
No, that's weird. I hope mine didn't come off as weird, because that's weird.
No. Of course it didn't. It just made me think of it. I mean, but
I didn't even notice it, because I was running around taking care of stuff today. So
Oh no, I know you didn't notice it. I didn't even bring it to your attention because it was fucking creepy.
All right, is Grave still in here? Because I won't read. Oh, yep, Grave Fairy is still here. Okay, here's the definition for you. Quote: the product or performance of a fitness display that rewards sustained attention through generation, recognition, or presentation of negative entropy in excess of functional necessity. I don't even know what those words are supposed to mean. I don't understand what negative entropy is. How could anything art related be a functional necessity? How is it a fitness display? Why does it have to sustain attention? Like what? Like there's just so many things that are just in here that just make it barely even a sentence, much less a definition.
I mean, it also
And Father
disqualifies
Trinity.
most things. It disqualifies most art, especially with that sustained
Right.
attention thing. The
That's
sustained
what I
attention
said.
thing would literally put an expiration date on any piece. So basically, only anything that is currently being recognized as something that's art. Like that's insane. So only the art that has the best media is art. I mean, best public relations and marketing is art. That's crazy.
We
Yeah.
never even got
And he
that
was
far.
and he was a brother, so I was just like, ugh, I don't want to shoot anyone down, but
One of those. It's always one of those. He probably a hotep too.
you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. All right, y'all. Ravens is probably waiting for us, checking to see what we're doing. Y'all have a good night/morning. It was good seeing y'all. Hope you enjoy the weekend. All right.
Good night, Dr. Barry.
All right. Good night.
Man, don't bring that bullshit over here, bro. Y'all don't know how to listen.
Only 2 enemy spots left.
Ring ain't far. Take fire.
My shields are recharged.
Move, you bitch. Your weak ass. Shoot it! What are you doing? Bangalore, like common sense, I needed to heal. Why would you sit there and do that? I have never seen somebody play so stupid as a Bangalore in my life. It was dumb. I needed to fucking heal. You come running in there. No plan, no nothing. He drops his ult, and instead of you shooting his ult out so I can finish healing, you fucking sit there trying to do the box. goddamn. He would have been the last one on that team that needed to die. Got brown niggas for this nigga. All these niggas is bronze. Shit was easy. The hell? What's up, ChicagoJon? That was an easy game. I don't know what he was doing. We're not even high up in the ranks for this to be that hard.
We have our Apex champion.
Okay, I got the jerk chicken. So what we bring it to the next cookout? Girl, I think I'm gonna bring my short ribs. Yeah. Bring the jumbo right. Yeah, I'll make you extra spicy. I'll bring some
Can you hear me, John?
Whip pie. Sweet potato pie. Okay, I got the jerk chicken.
Podium. Podium.